love to see it. She just went
You said I
off.
love to see it.
She just went.
And we are live.
We are. Who is?
We are live. Carl is playing Halo 5.
All
I'm
right,
not
Carl.
playing Halo 5. I'm in the game. I'm not playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the game.
It
Not
technically,
playing.
it technically does say in menus, but I mean,
Yeah.
Look,
It's his version of quick resume.
Nice.
this is the version of quick resume.
I'm done.
Look,
Yeah, Carl, you
Wario,
gotta be getting that one soon, right?
Wario64 tweeted, I responded immediately, sold out.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's fast.
As
bro. It's
soon
so
as it
fast.
hits
The
my
bots
iPad, I
at
pressed
work.
that. Sold out.
Preston, where you at, man? We gotta get
It's the
Carl.
bots at work.
Hey man, I had a
He
He teaches. He teaches now. He's
like,
out. He's off the clock.
yeah.
Oh, he's
I
on
don't be
the
on.
dark
I don't be
market. He can't.
I don't be on Twitter all day anymore.
Sorry, Carl.
You blame them bots.
No, blame them.
It's
We're gonna
happening.
get you, man. We're gonna get you on
Like
here.
I
Especially
literally,
before
it just
Infinite.
popped up on my thing. It didn't even disappear on my. It popped up. I tapped it because I was looking at my iPad at the moment. It was gonzo by the time the web page loaded.
A millisecond is still faster than a second. So
Wow.
We're gonna get you before Infinite, man. We're gonna get you before Infinite.
all you gotta do is
No
build
worries.
something to
Fast.
hack into bots and cause them to not work. That's it.
That's all I got to do.
That's
Okay.
it.
That's it. Easy peasy.
Couple
You
bots,
good.
man. Ain't no thing. You can buy bots.
Just do a web scraper. As soon as you find something, you
What?
see a whole bunch of bots working.
The console costs enough. I don't need to spend any more money.
Facts.
That's true too.
Y'all ready?
Alrighty.
Are you ready?
We are live.
Oh, this man still.
The fuck is up, everybody?
How much drive
That's a
is
lot
he gonna
coming from
play?
you.
This man loves Guilty Gear.
Hey man,
Bruh,
this thing,
he's
it's
an addict.
addicting.
He's
It's
an
addicting.
addict.
You see how
He's
beautiful this game is?
addict.
You see how awesome
It
this
is
shit
beautiful.
You need help, bro. You need
I
help.
want this.
Nah,
Maybe
y'all
gotta
need-
find you a
y'all need to be
sponsor.
playing this.
It may be awesome looking, but I'm looking for good combos from you, bro. What's up?
Oh man.
Dang.
This man always talking shit, and he don't never
Always
be.
talking shit.
He'd be the first one quitting. Oh man,
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
what happened. What happened? I don't know.
I have never quit a game.
How did that happen?
I have never quit a game. Thank you
I
very
was
much.
blocking. What happened?
I was saying I was blocking. I was blocking. Goddammit.
He said I was blocking, goddammit.
Uncalled for. Wow.
It was
I'm just
man.
saying.
Shots fired.
I'm just saying.
Unbelievable.
I'll be blocking.
Don't throw it out there.
Sometimes control don't work.
You
He said, "Don't
Sometimes
come for
control
me
don't work.
if you don't.
Sometimes my
if you
fingers
ain't
don't
willing
work.
for
It'll be
it.
both sides.
It'll be both
Oh my
sides.
gosh.
It'll be all right.
Alright.
All right.
It'll be all right.
Thank y'all
Actually,
for
was
joining
supposed to get
us.
Guilty Gear.
Oh my god. Wow.
Sorry.
This is
Not really,
Right
but
in the
sorry.
middle. Wow. Hey, you know what? It's all right. You know, you had your it was just your birthday. I'm like, we're gonna let it slide.
I know, right? Yeah.
We ain't gotta get hostile. You know.
Hey.
All right. But thank y'all for joining us and welcome to the podcast. Follow us at Blurred Dimension here on YouTube and on Instagram if you haven't already. And you know, if you got Prime, go and hit that sub. It's free for you, helps us out. Turn on notifications so you can be the first to know when we got new content for you. I'm Kavan, Negrito Suave. We got JK, Beast Eternal.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back.
Got Creston, Not Cert.
What's going on,
Somewhere.
everybody? This niggas
You know
be
you're a
hating
black
on my
square right
Guilty
now?
Gear.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm.
You got red,
I'm-
black.
okay.
We're gonna have blue
Yeah.
soon. Yellow, green.
I'll be back on. I'm the Black
Okay.
Black Square for the night.
Yeah.
That could be
black-
yellow.
I'm
black
joining
square.
Carl in solidarity.
So-
Bow.
Solidarity.
This is the square revolution. Okay. Colored squares. Got you.
Square.
Got AJ and Oslinja. I did not hear you good just then, AJ.
Oh, I said, what's going on, everybody?
Hey. We got JD, Create Activity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Yellow Ranger.
And we,
Ah,
Fuck you.
the Yellow Ranger.
Wow.
We didn't even get past the intro. Oh my god. we got the infamous red square, Carl X KBHX.
what's
Man's-
going on?
man's
Somebody
camera.
needs to send me a Series X. Come on, I give you.
Facts.
We need that.
Also, that
Alright, all
cam is
hands on
coming
deck.
soon.
I think they're getting a little more hard. I think they're getting a little harder than PS5s right now.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
StockX, man. Carl, StockX. More kids, you're not. Like,
Right now,
I let,
StockX?
few
Is that-
people say.
Don't play with me. I'll go in there right now.
You sucker.
I'm positive.
I think the Game Pass is actually a big game changer.
Yeah, I mean,
In a
people are
sense
seeing all
of-
the.
Yeah,
They hitting it at the
exclusives.
right moment. They saw that the
Yeah.
Avengers just got on here.
Yeah.
Just got Scarlet Nexus. Like,
Yeah.
that's. I mean,
Yeah.
What's the last game that
you
came
can
out?
buy. I mean, mind you, it's definitely more.
Is it used?
It's 700.
I'm not.
No, it's brand new.
No.
It's brand new, but 753 to buy now.
StockX is like the same place where people buy shoes, like, and they always
Yeah.
be marked up.
Yeah.
So what they do is they
Yeah.
hold. They're an exchange. So like they hold it,
Yep.
and they pretty much
Wow.
just trade it on what it's worth based on demand.
Okay, so a 3080 is going
yeah,
for
we can hear you.
$18.95 right now.
shit.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I can't hear
It's
you.
basically fucking gold, man.
Kev's audio is gone.
You're muted.
Damn, they done mute my man Kev. Free my man Kev.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Fucking hell. All right.
Because I saw him moving his hands. He was like holding timeouts and everything.
Yeah, timeout.
Yeah, I was like flag
Y'all
flag
talking
on the
too
play,
much.
nigga. Like
Too much.
Oh my god. All right. So what are we doing? Yeah, so that's everybody. All our pronouns are he, him, and his. We got 3 segments for y'all on the podcast. We're mixing it up a little bit. So first we're gonna talk about some nerdy news and headlines. Then we're gonna talk about we got a topic of the week. We're talking about this upcoming Halo flight, and we got some interest. Yeah. Absolutely. Finally, we got everybody in there. AJ got something to say.
What?
So,
I got something to say?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I
You
mean-
got something to
man.
say.
You got some
You got something
repenting
to
to
say?
do.
You
I
got
don't
something.
know.
Yeah.
You got some what's it?
This is a complete shock to me, guys. I have no idea what these guys
We
are
gotta do a
talking
retraction.
You have no
That's what they-
idea. Wow.
What they do in the news when they say something
about.
wrong.
Print a retraction, but usually
Yeah.
that's on like the 6th page in small print. But y'all didn't put me on front page. Like it just got a retraction. I could have slipped it in easily, but now
Nah, damn all that.
I mean, we already gonna be talking about Halo. It fits right in there.
yeah, I don't agree.
You'll be fine.
And then we gonna talk about what's good. That means games we've been playing, shows and movies we've been watching, comics we've been reading, all that kind of good stuff. And then after that, we're gonna get into after podcast gaming, and we're gonna play some Halo, of course. So stick around for that. So first, in the headlines, so Netflix bought Night School Studios, the people that made Oxenfree. I don't know if any of y'all played that. I
Oh.
recommended it a while back. It's a good game.
No.
They saw Trish was playing it the other day. one
Oh,
of the
she
girls.
was?
And yeah, she was playing it yesterday or today. She was streaming it. I can't remember what day it was, but I looked at it a little bit. I was like, okay, I guess this looks interesting. But
So
is the play here?
is
go
it
ahead,
going to be
Chris.
like streaming? So is it going to be kind of like XCloud? Is that the play?
I have no idea what the
I
play
hope they
is.
don't do that. 'cause
They're
they
ta-
are
the-
not
so-
Okay, so we don't know what the
Because they
play
have
is.
the
No.
infrastructure to do it. So I mean that would make sense, but
But is it ready for games though?
I don't know.
that's I mean, but they got that Netflix money, so it's like they can
They
you
do.
know.
Like they did used to
More
have
importantly,
DVDs.
they have the Netflix investors. And they
Yeah,
have
that's
the
true.
money.
Yeah, that is.
They have
definitely
deep
true.
pockets.
It's gonna turn to fucking
I mean, yeah.
GameFly. GameFly gonna
Turn
come
the
and
game
like
fly.
they're like, nah,
I was
nigga,
surprised
we
that
suing.
Netflix didn't
Acquire
purchase
GameFly.
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't do that.
That's
I was
crazy.
waiting.
I'm surprised GameFly didn't try and pull a Netflix and move towards,
Streaming.
Well, that was a hard
cloud
problem.
streaming earlier
That's a
on.
hard-
That would have been terrible. They would not. They would not survive
no.
that.
Yeah, they were 20 years too early for that. Like
Mm.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
there's no way.
Yeah.
Hey, cert with the sub, awesome. Oh, fucking, I love our sub animation. That's dope. Good job, Suave.
Appreciate you. Worked on it with JK. Getting the colors and the positioning right.
I had different suggestions, but we got some more stuff.
You always want to put some copyrighted shit up. We gonna talk about it later. Netflix is in this article in particular. Netflix talking about rolling out mobile games. Is any of their? I don't know if any of their they have that interactive content, but like, can you do any of that on your phone? I don't understand where the mobile angle.
Well,
I'm sure
I
you
think
could.
it's all on TV.
I mean, isn't that what Apple's doing with iPhones and stuff?
Yeah.
Are they?
With the AR stuff that they do, iPhone, don't they do that?
But that's not much in the entertainment space.
Yeah.
They're just trying to use
That's like
the
the
phone
core
to break into
technology.
the
I
AR
would
space.
imagine though. They're probably gonna do a lot of like Pokemon Go type stuff is my guess.
You think?
I mean, like if you're gonna do interactive crap, I mean that's what I would think. Or else it's just a regular mobile game. Like
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame.
Well, so Night School Oxenfree is available like everywhere. So they have like an iOS version of the game. They have a Android version of the game. So maybe they'll, I don't know, maybe they'll use that to bring some of those, cause like content experiences to mobile. Cause I mean they're saying like, oh, this is another content category for us, and I'm like, I don't know if you could put gaming in that box necessarily. Like,
yeah, I mean it's hard
thinking like
it's hard to
Telltale
crack
type
into.
stuff?
Yeah, especially when you stream it, like streaming games, like not even the big competitors have gotten that. Well, besides Xbox, but
I mean they gotten the technology right, but they just haven't gotten the traction. Like nobody's hyped to play Stadia, nobody's hyped to play Amazon Luna.
They didn't get the technology right though. I don't think they actually did because Stadia promised, hey, click a link and you're in a game in 3 seconds.
Yeah. And that front, like they fell short with the features, but in terms of like actually like playing the games and stuff, like I've heard it's a good experience overall, like that part of it. Yeah. But like that whole first like conference that they held, like I mean they came out swinging. Like I was like, oh shit, like these motherfuckers is serious, and then they just kind of reverted back into being Google. So
they talked 8K gaming.
Yeah, no, they were like I was like, oh shit, like these motherfuckers are not.
I remember being super excited.
Yeah. You didn't need that fast of an internet either.
Yeah.
Nope. That's what they promised.
Like, 50 megabits to do 4K or something like that.
Yeah.
I think what was the minimum, 10 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but you're probably like 720p doing stupid stuff.
I imagine it was one of those situations, like in that one show, Silicon Valley, where the CEOs over here promising like it's gonna shit rainbows, it's gonna fly, and then the developers over here in the back like, motherfucker, it doesn't even turn on. Like
that's that Theranos shit.
I'm gonna say Theranos.
Absolutely.
Oh wow!
Like I feel like that's all of Stadia in a package. It's just like it doesn't even turn on. Like the fuck you?
That's the first. That's the first requirement. Like turn on. Whether it go to an error message or to the actual screen, at least it turns on.
And Stadia really disappointed me when I couldn't at one point when I was in the hotel in June, I had brought my little Chromecast and my Stadia controller. I was like, all right, this is a perfect use case for this. And but because the way they set up their Wi-Fi, like it's behind that login page, I couldn't connect the Chromecast.
There was no you had no browser interface.
No browser.
See,
bruh.
You gotta travel with a router.
Yeah,
that's
you just travel.
You gotta travel with.
Hey man, that's in-house stuff. We make fun of that stuff in the sunroom. Don't bring that out in public.
That shit truth though.
You travel with a router, and then because often with those, they'll even after you log in, they'll map it to a specific MAC address. So you map your router to the MAC address that you want. Boom. and then bingo bango. There you go.
Bingo bongo.
I mean, you know, I wasn't expecting all that difficulty, Carl. I was like, all right, I got Wi-Fi, I got the Chromecast, I'm about to play some Stadia, nigga. I did not play
You gotta
any
stay
fucking Stadia.
strapped.
You got the
Right.
water. You got the Kool-Aid. No sugar.
Bruh, truly, it was terrible. I was like, I tried for like 30 minutes. I was very decided. I don't think I've plugged that shit up since.
Damn.
For
Do
what?
you have to have a special Chromecast too to use it?
No,
Yeah,
you,
it's
it's
a
No, any Chromecast.
Is it
It
the
actually
HD?
kind of is. Actually, it's a
The HD one,
Chromecast
right?
Ultra. Is
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
HD. It's the Ultra, which is
The
the
Ultra.
4K one, but it has a special power adapter. It's not the regular one.
Yeah,
And-
that's what I
And
figured.
the
And I
power
was like,
adapter has, I think,
it has an Ethernet jack on it.
Yeah. You don't have to use that, of course,
oh,
but
okay.
so it's Ultra with special power adapter.
Well, I ain't still gonna use it, so it don't matter to me.
Anyway,
But I
yeah,
think
that
our
was terrible.
consensus is we don't understand what the hell Netflix is doing.
We don't.
Are we excited though? Like, are we excited for Netflix to be in this space? Do we?
I'm
Do
more
we care
curious.
for them to be in this
Exactly.
space?
More curious
See,
than
I
anything.
would say are curious.
I would.
Yeah.
I would say
It's
more
a dark
curious.
horse right now
If
because
you know what, if Netflix is showing up at E3, because Google didn't really do that, right?
no.
And also a place where they fucked up at now.
If they show up at E3 and or made a play to buy WB Games, because WB Games is still out there, right? People still speculate who's going to buy them.
Is it?
If they do something bold,
yeah.
like either a major partnership, they're at E3, they have a big press event, or they purchase a major studio or a piece of a major studio, then I'm like, okay, they're serious. But if this is just what they're doing, like, yeah,
Laying the
you
groundwork.
brace for another Stadia situation.
Yeah,
did you
I
do?
like that approach. I like the approach that they're taking now. Though, like they bought a pretty small studio, so it's not like, you know, they're kind
Not a
of
lot of money.
yeah. So it's, you know, they're kind of dipping their toe into it, which, you know, I respect. I think like Stadia just came out with, you know, this fancy ass tank, and the shit just didn't like he couldn't get over like a
little tree,
like a rock. You know what I mean? So that's it. Just kind of stumbled, but I think I like the approach that they're taking. They're kind of, you know, doing a small studio, and they're gonna see what, you know, test the market, see how people respond, and, you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Would y'all be mad though if they just laid the foundation first?
What you
They
mean?
just like, so if they like how Crescent said, like, hey, they just bought one studio, they built the service, have one game come out, or a couple, maybe one game or maybe two indie games or whatever, just to see like how well it does, and then they start buying more studios after that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see
probably the
anything wrong
move.
with it.
I'm fine with a slow rollout personally. I'm always a fan of you know, a slow ironed out rollout.
Yeah, I'd rather
So, I mean,
take it slow than build out something fast and then it shoots up and then blows up before getting 200 feet.
I want the Stadia
the way I
features,
see it. Go ahead, Carl.
I want the Stadia features. Give me a link and I'm in a game within 3 seconds. That's what I want. Like, figure out how to give me that.
Facts.
But with Carl, if you don't got the pixels, it ain't worth it.
Well, that's a given. Come on, baby. Like, why are we
That's
talking
a
about
given.
Oh shit!
You gotta have pixels always.
So my question is this: where's your innovation? What are you doing that's different? Like, why should I worry about Netflix again?
Okay.
Is it just because you're in the space and I can go from playing a game to watching a show to playing a game? Because that's not enough for me. I'm not gonna be. I'm not really invested in the idea of switching from my Netflix stuff to my game, because I already switched from so many different apps already. I'm used to that. Like, that's not gonna be a draw. What's the draw? What are they gonna bring to gaming that nobody else already has? Like, other than just being another face in gaming.
I think maybe like narratives, like night school studio. Like I said, I mean, Oxenfree. Oxenfree is like they're narrative driven. There's not a lot of action. It's like exploration and like exposition is the so I think they want to
Yeah.
like take their interactive experiences and add more interaction, but keep like that,
More
heavy
gamification
narrative.
to the interactive. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I
Exactly.
can
if
see
this
that.
is
I can see
so
that.
so if this is a play on, hey, let's create a new form of entertainment, then it's a great start, because just
Ooh.
like if they're like, look, we want stuff that's like so addictive, like you're addicted to being in the movie, in the show, because there has been talks about what was that movie that was shot from first person?
Oh,
I forgot what it's called.
1917? No, I'm sorry. No, that's one shot.
Uh,
Sorry.
it was shot first person. 1917.
Oh,
Was like,
something Henry, Hardcore Henry.
yes, that movie, right? I didn't know. Murray said Doom, but I don't think that's the
Nah,
case.
that was only like
It was on
It
like
was that
2 minutes.
Oh,
last
okay.
like 2 minutes. Yeah,
Okay,
that shit was
okay.
tight. I'm not gonna lie, that made the movie. Like I was kind of. I mean, that movie was bad, but that part like redeemed it for
I don't
me.
Yeah,
even remember that movie. I remember watching it. I don't remember the movie.
the whole story, it
The
was
Rock,
weird.
man, that was The Rock.
Yeah, that's The
Yeah,
Rock though. That's the reason. That was the draw,
Sarge.
right? That was the beginning. But the Hardcore Henry movie, right? It's first
Mm.
person. You're running around. I think that's what people are planning on, right? Like I'm planning on headed to is or getting to is complete like
Thanks for the follow.
involvement in the story, like
Yeah,
completely involved in the story. You're now immersed in it. You got AR, you got augmented reality, you got all these ways that you could pretty much live inside something. And we're getting to the point now where machines are going to be doing everything. Like, what are people going to be doing? Who knows? So, like, if this is like the first step, and they see, like it's the United States of Netflix, like in 50 years, because they just cornered the market and it's a form of entertainment that pretty much becomes life. Like that would be cool, but that's a huge exaggeration. But like, what are they doing with it? Is my thing. That's all I really want to, get into.
Like
Because
Heavy Rain. That would be fucking dope too.
I don't know what that is. I wish I did.
Oh man.
But
You've never played
No.
Heavy Rain?
He's
That
not
thing was.
That's like
PlayStation.
in the glory days of 360.
You're not a PlayStation. That's right.
I
Oh my
have. I had a
God.
PS3. I just didn't play. I played specific games on all my systems. I like this type of game, that type of thing, that type of game. I didn't really explore. So, but to finish my point,
Mhm.
we have enough game companies, and if you're not bringing anything
Yeah.
new to the table, who cares? Like, who cares that
Agreed.
Netflix is getting into games?
I
So
mean,
Yeah.
Netflix, we want you to come out with AR movie game technology.
I
Like
would
I
just
want to
like
put on a
to.
pair of goggles and dive into a
I don't want to
movie.
put on any goggles. Make me see things in front of my face somehow.
I make
Use
drugs
the
for that,
hologram technology.
I don't think
but
you're ready for that.
but like for real, like what else? Like what else do we need from? We don't need any new game companies. Like we don't
We
don't
need
even
new
want.
formats.
He said we don't even want them. Damn.
Yeah, we don't want them. Like, do people want them? Like, people don't even want to change their game system. People are PlayStation. I only buy PlayStation. I only buy
I
Xbox.
feel
Right?
you.
Some people are only Nintendo. We obviously don't want variety, right?
Yeah.
Some people are Android. Some people are Apple. We don't want variety. Why do we want Netflix in that game, in that space? And they don't have to build out the
Agreed.
entire universe, right? They don't have to build out the glasses or whatever. They can just build one link
Pave
in
the
the
way.
chain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Mhm. I mean, we'll see what they do. So, the director of Thor, the second one,
yeah.
Dark World.
wants to make his own
Snyder-
like Snyder
Snyder.
Cut-esque version of the second Thor movie. How would y'all
Nobody
feel?
fucking wants
AJ
that.
was
No,
Nobody
he
fucking
was
wants
immediately
that.
like,
trash.
I didn't even finish the
We don't even
question.
have to spend long on this topic. That's
Trash.
trash. Moving on to the next headline.
Trash.
Nobody
Nobody,
Why is it
nobody
trash?
remembers the premise of the movie.
When you said second Thor movie, I was like, "There's a second Thor movie."
There's my
Nobody
god.
nobody
This
ever
was-
remembers
There
the
was the
premise
one with the
of it.
weird liquid that went down the woman. No, nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants
No,
that.
it's
No.
no, it's
God,
It's not even.
Well, you made me remember things I wanted to forget.
Like that just made me angry a little bit. But like
Hey,
I don't.
pissed me
It
off.
might even have been great. It might have been fantastic.
No.
But just hearing about it is upsetting.
No, it wasn't
That's
fantastic.
upsetting.
It
Like
was
people. Oh, go ahead.
the first two Thors are forgettable to me, and to be honest, like the first Thor
All
wasn't
I know
great.
is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok's the only one that had any kind of like. I'm not gonna say it's polarizing. Some people hated it because it was too goofy, too campy, right?
Those
But
people can go fuck themselves.
Well, damn.
but Ragnarok
Damn.
is the only one that is like memorable. Whether you hate it or you love it, it's the only one that's memorable. What's the plot line? I mean, you can probably tell me the plot line for Thor, but what's the first scene? Right? Does anybody remember the first scene of the first Thor movie?
First Thor movie.
Wasn't he like in the desert picking up the hammer? Wasn't that
No.
the first
No.
scene?
No, in the first. Do you remember JK?
It was just Jane. It was just showing Jane, right?
Nah, the first Thor movie. The first thing is him fighting the ice giants. Remember? That's the whole reason he goes. The whole reason he goes.
No, he wasn't fighting the ice giants. He was fighting the
No, he was fighting the ice giants, or he was fighting the ice giants on their planet. Like he took the
We
war
don't
to
have to fight
them.
for this.
Remember?
We can
And then
just go ahead and-
he got his armor ripped from him by Odin because he was starting wars that Odin. It was like we don't need to be like he was chasing war.
I thought the first scene was him fighting on that other planet, and then he went back home and then he started fighting with the ice giants, and then he got his armor ripped off.
It was Thor fighting
He was trying
on
to
another
He
planet.
had to save him. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the prequel scene where he was fighting with everybody with Shiva.
You're talking about right before Ragnarok.
Right before
You might be thinking of Dark World.
No, it was the first one because he was very cocky and he was like, "Oh, I'm Thor." You know, this is now you had the hammer, and then that's when he started. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the ice giants," and you know they're giving us crap. Let me go over there.
Yeah, but the point is, who remembered that though? Like, how long and how hard was that to remember?
Man, I barely remember the beginning of Iron Man. Sometimes.
Right? No, Iron Man is very memorable.
Don't be disrespectful.
It's
Don't be
very
disrespectful, motherfucker. Don't be disrespectful.
No, you're right.
Like,
no,
Thor
is the least remembered.
Very
I
forgettable.
could quote that whole goddamn first scene.
I can't remember. I can't remember anything about what Thor went through in that first movie, other than I know at one point he fights that Destroyer, Devastator, whatever that robot's called, the big robot thing with the laser eye. He fights
he was being too cocky and he was being like, "Oh, well, I'm about to be the king," and
yeah, but where
he wasn't humble, huh?
I say, but where are the plot points? Yeah, Segnor saying Thor 1 and 2 are built like DC movies.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Like
that was a plot point. The whole plot point of Thor 1 was him to gain his quote unquote his humility.
That's the plot, but the plot points are like, okay, from A to B to B to C and so on until you get to that whole entire till you reach the totality of the story. Like that's so. What I'm saying is Thor was forgettable until Ragnarok. Whether you liked it or you love or hated it, I know people who hated it and I know people who loved it. So it's like you can be on either side, but he wasn't an interesting character until he became funny, which happened in the Avengers, and then it carried over to Ragnarok. He was
Ragnarok.
Yeah, you're gonna hate me for this, but like you can have the plot points, but the way the path to those points could be not linear. They could be like all over the place. And Thor 1 and 2 were all over the place.
Yeah, it was spiderwebby, right? But that's not the point. The point is it was bad, and 2 was worse, and he wants to make another 2.
Well, okay, so in his defense, he was like, you know, the movie changed completely from the vision he had for it. Basically, he said a lot of stuff was cut, plot points were turned around, stuff like that. And I mean, he said it wasn't fun. He didn't agree with the way they did things, and you know, I mean, obviously, he thinks he can make a very good one that you guys would love. You guys would love it.
So my real question is, how long of a movie would it be with
my God, you know, he didn't say, and I feel like it's one of those things. It's like when you go to a restaurant and it's no prices on the menu. Like it's like that. Don't
expect to take out 3 bills. Like,
I don't like those restaurants.
so first of all, Justice League's director's cut, right? Snyder cut had reshoots, right? You can't call it a cut if you reshoot. You can't. It's a new movie. Like you can't call people like, oh man, this cut would work if we had like a scene to bridge it. Like, no, you're reshooting the movie. You're reshooting the movie like years later. Right.
I mean,
So,
Snickers ice cream.
it's-
I kind
So
of
it-
maybe.
no, those things are great. But the point is that like if he has to reshoot, you think freaking Natalie Portman and all of them are
no.
come back together to reshoot a movie that they probably want to forget?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Certainly Natalie wants to forget it. No question.
she
Yeah,
was in
yes.
wasn't she voiced in What If?
I'm not sure.
I know Kat Dennings was, but I don't know if Natalie Portman was
Mm-hmm.
as Jane. But anyway.
But our consistent, I think our vote is fuck this recut. Let's all forget and move on. Ragnarok was basically Thor's intro to the MCU, in my opinion.
Ragnarok had 2 different stories combined together.
JK.
Hey, appreciate that, Zach.
Hey.
Appreciate that follow.
Absolutely. So we'll put a pin in that.
We don't have to. We're done with it.
I'm not coming back to this.
We're done.
Oh
it's
God.
over.
Stick a fork in it. All right, we're gonna stick a fork in it. It's out of here.
It's done.
Stick a fork, plasma
I'm gonna take that
grenade,
shit out.
blow that bitch
Oh,
up, all that shit. Nuke it.
What's next, Wild? What's next?
So next is that Lucy Lawless is coming to The Mandalorian to replace Gina Carano, which
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I like it.
Happen.
I like it.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, same character.
Oh wow, that's true.
Same character.
I'm not mad at
They
it.
pulling
See,
a,
you can't say nothing.
pulling a Vivian Banks.
Listen,
Vivian
stop
Banks.
talking shit. Just stop saying dumb shit. Like it's simple as
That's
it.
all you
Like,
gotta do.
Once you get these cushy jobs, just show up, act, and stay the fuck off the internet, fam.
I'm saying,
like if
though,
I were to get a job on Star Wars, shoot, if I was just a background character people liked, you wouldn't see my ass on the internet for the rest of unless I had a good following. I would not say a damn thing in my personal opinion. I couldn't do it.
Because behind the same premise, like with Shang-Chi, you know, the main character, I don't want to mispronounce it, but basically,
Oh, the
China's
actor?
not, yeah.
Aquafina?
No,
No.
Aquafina.
The guy, I forgot his name.
Simu Lu.
Oh yeah. Simu Lu.
He didn't want to. Well, apparently he said something about China not playing it in China, not playing the movie in China, and so, but that was before he became, this big Marvel star. He said this like 8-9 years ago. So with her, if Gina said this like 8-9 years ago, you think it would be a different outcome or be the same outcome?
Probably not. People aren't kind enough to forgive you for anything that you say on the internet.
Because same shit happened to Kevin Hart, happened to a whole bunch of other people.
Well, they apologized, and
even when they apologized,
Kevin Hart did a whole apology tour where he said he wasn't going to apologize anymore, and then would apologize some more afterwards, as a way of like trying to like ease people into like, can I please go back to being regular again, or his regular. But yeah, right. Like
she did double down. She did double down.
Not only did she double down, but like it was like, yeah, it was a literal double down. Because like usually when we say somebody double down, that means they just did it again, or they're like they put their foot down. No, she literally there's more. It was more than the original tweet. She did tweet to back it up, like 2 or 3 tweets to back up one tweet, and then so forth until
Yeah, she thought she was standing on a platform that was going to rise and not make her fall, and here she just lost a job. So I don't know. Yeah.
She was good at the actress too. I was like, damn. Wow.
I mean, I absolutely loved her in that role, and I mean, hey, it makes me sad. She's like, it makes me sad she had to be stupid and lose. Like and
it just sucks that she wasn't a Mandalorian, because it would have been way easier to replace her if she wore a helmet most of the time. But she walked around with her face out. Like Pedro Pascal says anything. It's so fair. You don't need you wear a helmet,
but
mind you,
he's staying off the internet. Have you not noticed that? Like, he stays off the fucking.
He got off.
Like Keanu Reeves.
Barely on there.
he got off
Right.
the internet when most people get off like that happens to you. You're like, yeesh.
No.
Let me find the let me get off the
Like, so if anybody blows up here, just so y'all know, my resignation is immediate. Delete all videos of me in this bitch.
But the truth is, like, you're probably gonna get in trouble for what you say eventually.
Yeah,
eventually.
That's just the way it is. But it was her steadfast double down.
I didn't know that.
Like,
were they
So
sending
what was
death
she
threats?
saying?
Really? What is she?
Star Wars fans get a little bit too fucking intense for my opinions.
Let's be honest though, death
I
threats
didn't think it was.
it's usually one or two people though, right?
Wasn't she like commenting on a video on a photo, and it was, or maybe I'm thinking something else. Maybe I'm mixing them up. There was similar things, but anyway.
We don't have to rehash what she did.
Lucy Lawless though. Lucy Lawless is Xena Warrior Princess forever in my heart.
Hold up. Question though. When are we getting Hercules and Xena on a streaming platform?
Fucking A, yes!
Like, where is that shit?
I don't know.
Probably
I know they're bad. I know they're bad. Like, I know if we look at them, they'll probably be bad. But the nostalgia.
I actually watched it on Roku. On Roku Home.
I don't even want a remake. I just want the originals.
On Roku Home, they showed it. They had Hercules and Xena, and I was watching them bitches. I was like, dog, I'm back to 9 years old right now.
Power Ranger though, like it's that bad. It's like first episode of Power Ranger is bad, but I still watched the first episode of Power Ranger.
What you mean by that, AJ?
I mean what I said. It was terrible.
Oh, the cut for the first episode was terrible.
What you mean by that, AJ?
The first episode cut for Power Rangers. If you see the pilot episode, then you see the first episode, you be like, okay, I'm generous for them going back to the drawing board.
I'm gonna put what I'm gonna say on the shelf.
Is Xena maybe on Amazon? Could be wrong.
Xena is on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
But nobody cares about Prime Video.
Whoa.
I mean,
if you have Prime, why wouldn't you care about Prime Video?
It's free.
You're already paying
like you wouldn't pay for Prime Video, but if you have,
I would never pay for Prime Video.
But you're already there though.
Exactly, you got access to it. Use that.
Yeah. You know, it might not be, it might not be Netflix, but I mean,
it's not Netflix.
Is Buffy
to pay?
No, okay, to buy it. Never mind.
Oh yeah. I was looking at it. I was like, buy. I was like, oh no.
No, absolutely
I don't know what that is. I don't know
what
buy means.
If you have the Roku stick, you can watch on the little Roku home shit for free.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or if it's still up there. I don't know if it's still up there.
Yeah, that's a better question because I mean, her as Gina Carano's character is cool and she's a perfect choice in my opinion. She's actually kind of a little bit more edgy, kind of like sounding like she has a more raspy, deeper, stronger, gruffer voice. But I'm really more interested in when they're gonna put Hercules and Xena back on Prime now that Chris is running out. That would definitely be.
So before we move on, if they did do a remake,
like
who
Kevin
do you
Sorbo?
think?
Yeah, like Kevin Sorbo.
Who do you think would be
Hercules and
Xena and Gabrielle?
That's a good question.
Or maybe we should pin that for another another episode.
It's
a good question.
If we can recast different shows, who would they be? Michael B. Jordan.
Get the fuck out of here, Maurice. Yo.
He would be a fantastic Hercules, man.
Ban this man.
That's a pick.
Absolutely ban.
That's a pick. I'm with it.
Oh my god.
Send him the script.
Get Tech out of here as well.
Send him the script.
I wouldn't put
just halfway through, motherfucker will take off his shirt for no reason.
I wouldn't put it past people to do it. I would be very disappointed in the world.
Absolutely.
You know, if they do a Hercules and remakes,
he's bringing authenticity to the role.
And then people they gonna catch up like, this is so inaccurate. I'm like, whoa, time out. Y'all, we said the same thing about Cleopatra And same thing about the gods of Egypt and all that shit.
That's
And
true.
y'all didn't say a goddamn thing. So
There's
shut the
plenty of
fuck up.
authenticity
Moses,
there.
all that junk.
There was not a damn white person back then. I'm gonna say that right now.
They
There
didn't
were,
exist.
but not in Egypt.
Where did they come from?
They were in
Nick
Greece.
Cannon got canceled for that. Let's stop right there.
So let's start. Hey, I know. It's okay to punch up. You don't get canceled for that.
Cannon sure did.
Basically.
Who?
Nick Cannon. That's what happened to him. We punched
Nick
up.
Cannon.
Oh,
nah,
nah,
Nick Cannon is a
he
fucking
punched,
wacko.
Nick Cannon's an
Punched,
asshole.
Diagonally?
how do you say it? Yeah.
He punched
Yo,
diagonally,
all
got
right.
hooked
He
back.
wasn't hitting somebody who was less fortunate than him. Like he wasn't hitting. He might have been punching slightly horizontally, slightly diagonally. He might have punched like that, but he got
He just
crushed.
All he had to do was be happy and be married to Mariah Carey. This motherfucker wouldn't be.
Nah,
Nah,
he's
yeah.
You see what he said? He trying to do his fruits. He's trying to sow his oats in the fruits of mankind, right?
Yeah,
don't nobody want them fucking oats. Anyway, we're gonna put a pin in that. Like I don't want to be living in a world full of fucking Nick Cannon Juniors running around. Anyway.
man.
my chance
drumline
to
remake.
out. What are you doing?
He said drumline remake. The whole drumline is his kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
With him as the coach. With him as the band instructor.
Who gonna get shot? We need that plot point.
Who gonna get shot?
Gotta have that
Shot.
plot point.
You just bringing a random kid.
Someone got shot in drumline?
Yeah, in the beginning, the brother. Chris
No,
Brown's
it's not the
character.
yard.
No.
Oh shit, I'm thinking a whole different movie.
God
Damn. Hey.
Yo, you had me confused for a second.
Yeah,
I was like, hold
I
up.
was like, wait a minute.
Did
Who
somebody
got
get-
shot in drumline?
That movie's a lot sadder than I remember.
Yeah. I was like, God
There
damn.
was a
My
G baby
gosh.
moment in Drumline.
You said that's a G. Yo. Oh shit, thanks for the follow.
This man
Appreciate you.
ball.
My bad. That was
Appreciate the
wow.
follow.
Wow. I was
Man.
what are brains?
Hell no.
So
Brains are gone.
He said, "What are brains?"
what is it even good for? So earlier, Tech, you posted about this this home robot that Amazon is building.
Yes.
Yo,
let's talk about the
what
Wally
the fuck is up
Invader.
with this?
That's how I'm nicknaming
Exactly.
it. So like, not only is that like they came out with like the Ring little helicopter thing that kind of
Yeah, they
flies
got
around
the
your house
drone.
as well, and I am just wondering, like, one, I definitely kind of see the benefit of it is a very slim benefit, right? Like your parents, elderly or whatever, haven't seen them in a minute. You log into the robot like drives into the room, and you can kind of like see them, basically like a mobile camera. Check in on them, talk through it. I get it, but on the other hand, that's dangerous as fuck in my opinion. Like I just because they barely know how to put proper security on like baby monitors. You're telling me like
they don't care. It's IoT devices.
They don't care.
They
don't care.
Yeah.
They want to share my internet though. They want to do that with Sidewalk or whatever it's called. They want to do that.
Oh yeah, they do.
And I didn't know Ring was like owned by Amazon.
Oh,
so
really?
when I got the Ring app, they're
Yeah.
trying to like have Sidewalk on my crap. I'm like, let me shut that down immediately.
ASAP.
Like,
So,
get outta here.
So obviously, if you've watched Love, Death, and Robots, this new season, they had an episode with those killer robot in the
Yep.
house. So I guess they haven't learned from
That's
that.
what I thought of.
Yeah.
No, we
I mean,
are.
but it just goes. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ted.
I mean, it goes to show again. We're starting to rely very much on this whole robot idea, right? Every company's trying to bring them more into our lives, right? And I've said it before in a few shows. I've said it in chat and on our Discord. Robots definitely are going to make a big boom in the next 10 to 20 years. And this is just not something I would let into my house personally. I don't know.
If it was any other company,
if I
would you feel comfortable?
That's literally what I was like. That's what I was just trying to think myself. Like I asked myself, if Apple came out with this, would I feel comfortable?
I think so.
In a weird way, yes.
Yeah.
Because like I know Apple takes everything they produce they focus on the security of it, right? They really do. in a weird way, yes. But even still, you're putting this thing that just has full roam around your house, you know? Like, how fucking creeped out would you be if the robot out of nowhere was like at your bedroom, cracking the door in the bedroom? You know what I'm saying? I would kick the shit out.
Puts his head in.
Absolutely not.
Puts his head in. Look
You know
around.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He said iBot.
I feel like
what about Roombas? Roombas is kind of the same thing, right?
So Roomba is they use like LiDAR, right, to move around. They don't have cameras or anything.
Yeah,
they don't have
different.
cameras.
Well,
as far as you know,
It's just a
As
camera.
right, as far as I know,
camera.
as far as I know, the motherfuckers might be a Roomba watching everything you doing.
Yeah.
So the human race.
Roombas have speakers, no?
What?
Do they have like
Roombas?
audio?
do they?
I don't know.
I don't have a Roomba.
Well,
So
looks like we need to buy one and open it up.
Sure, y'all do that.
I want to.
I remember we used one for at FAM for robot competitions. I had to program it to do like different designs and shit, and it didn't have a camera on it because we had to mount a camera at the top. So
yeah,
I mean, that was a minute ago.
You can't find.
Yeah, I know. That's what 2010, 2011.
nah,
But-
Technology.
that was 2015.
Oh, that's
Like-
what
Oh,
you did.
okay.
You did grad school, unfortunately.
So the human race to me reminds me of like if y'all have ever seen like a little kid like on something and like on a high platform, they always like walk and try to like almost walk off the edge like to get down. They don't really try to like get down the safe way. That's how we are with robots. Like we know they're dangerous. But it's like we don't know what else to do but to build them anyway. They're gonna kill us. We know that. But it's like, no, we gotta build Ultron anyway. And that's the problem with
It's
that.
like your point is valid. That
Yeah.
Roomba is still mapping your house, like
It is.
regardless of no cameras or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely impossible. And again, it's more and more invasive technology coming in. Like, and it's just becoming a point where we keep saying yes, we keep saying yes, we keep saying yes, and it's gonna end up like Love, Death, and Robot, right? We have these damn robots who are just all throughout our house, monitoring us, controlling what we do throughout. That's a grim way to think of it, right? Like the whole point is to make technology make our life easier. Would a robot that I could put in my mom's house to check on her make my life easier? Agree.
Would
Your
love
phone already
it.
tracks you, so this is true, right?
But
But
I don't.
I also can throw that shit in a
suggestions.
drawer, and turn the shit, throw it in the drawer, turn it off, and for the most part, it'll be fine. And yeah, I could turn this damn robot off and when I'm going
Or
to
can
bed,
you?
but
You think you can.
You think it's
Okay.
off?
Right.
You think
you
it's
think
off?
you can.
If it was an iRobot like or iBot, it would not have a button on it anyway or cord. I don't know how
It
you
wouldn't.
charge it. It would have no cord.
It charges
no button.
wirelessly over the air, AJ.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Over the air. The Xbox
Yeah,
fanboys got to connect 3D scanning their entire house.
Wow. Here
Nah,
you
my
go.
connect is always
Low-
We're
low-key.
gonna ignore that
Hey,
comment.
the Connect is it was ahead of its time.
Powerful.
It
It
was.
deserved better.
It still is.
It does.
They still use it. They still use it for like mocap, like in-house like mocap
Mhm.
recording.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, rest in peace, Connect.
Right.
Carl still uses his connect.
It's
I
so
absolutely
inspiring
use
what
it.
What? Hold on. Wait. Okay. We'll put a pin in that. Circling back to the robot real quick. I think that for me the problem is that motherfuckers who have, a vested interest in gathering more data about you are the ones
Facts.
building it, and there's no
Yes.
buffer between us and them. The government is like, all right, sure.
Well,
Nah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
no problem.
Put a robot in your house.
what's
Could you
illegal
imagine-
about gathering data? Like, there's nothing illegal about it.
Nothing.
No,
about
there's
it,
nothing
right?
illegal about it, but I feel like if we had better privacy protections, if we had better, if we had less like fucking billionaire kings lobbying to collect, being able to collect our data like that, I feel like we could have a little bit more of an equitable relationship with the companies and with the robots. But as it stands, it's like I don't want this little fucking spy in my house. Like, get out of here.
And if you're willing to buy it,
to me, the only company could make it is Apple. Like,
Yeah.
because to make things like that requires an
You have to
obscene
not
amount
have
of
a
money,
vested.
and pretty much the
Yeah.
only way to make obscene amount of money these days is to collect data,
Mhm.
unless you're Apple, and they're collecting data too. We're just trusting them to use it the right way because they haven't violated the trust like that yet.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I could imagine that robot being like, "Oh, I saw you finish your paper towel. Would you like me to order you another one?" Like, I can see that being an update.
yes,
I would
I
like
can
that.
see that being an update. Right, you would like that. That's convenient as fuck. Like, isn't it? It's convenient as fuck.
Hey,
when
you
think
know
about
what?
that.
I'm be honest. I'm not really scared of robots. If they kill me,
That's gonna happen.
whatever.
If I die, I
Like,
die.
yeah,
No, I
like
mean,
I
This
just,
is
I,
this
It,
see
it was
this
your
is
time.
that's like the same mentality of, well, if a zombie gets me, it gets me.
I
No,
mean, if it's a zombie apocalypse, like I'm not living through that shit. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't want to. I don't
I
want
would
to
say
live with
like
people.
I'll roll
my
the
I want
dice.
to be. I
Next
want to be a
next life.
zombie.
Let's see. Let's see
No,
what
I'll
let's
be
see
that's
what we
a
have
like
in
the
get
store.
next
cigarettes
life,
argument.
if you get a
It's
next
like,
life.
We don't. I mean, you just gotta let go of the control, man. Like it's not a
Yeah,
lot we
just
can control.
let the Matrix just stay in the Matrix.
Squid Game.
You said kill me in the first game.
Crest would never take that would never take
Let's
that
play let's play red light, green
yeah,
light.
I would say that Matrix.
on the red pill. He would never take it. Crest would be like, nah, the Matrix is cool. It's been good to me.
I like it here.
Hey, I've I got my new digs, and I've made my,
What's
you know what I'm saying? I made it comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Made my peace good.
Damn. What about what?
Yeah.
So Maurice said your number one skill is video games. You going early. So does that apply for compute? Well, I guess computers too.
I mean, yeah, fuck,
I'm-
we're all screwed. If you don't have any like outdoor
Oh my
skills,
gosh,
you don't
this man.
survive in a zombie apocalypse. You just don't.
I don't
man.
even think it's outdoor skills. I think it's shape. Where like none of us are used to running around, so we ain't gonna be able to run
That
far.
too.
I have
Like,
been
yeah,
running
yeah.
around. A
Ain't none
couple. I
of us.
mean,
We
you
have
know,
the imagination to survive a zombie
Ain't none of
apocalypse,
us.
right? Like you
no,
can think of like creative ways, but
No.
I just
after
well, yeah, no, you Suave and Carl, regardless, but me, Crescent and Beast might live.
I don't know.
We've seen enough.
So we
after
seen enough.
You gotta have
after
desire
watching,
to stay alive. I don't know if my desire is that strong.
Man.
Same.
For
not even
real.
for your
Like
family.
I don't know.
Carl, you
I
got
mean,
babies.
I hope
You gotta
it
stay
is,
alive for
you
the
know,
baby.
Man,
I
you saw
hope.
the
He
mist.
said, "I hope it is."
I hope.
He
You
done.
you saw the mist.
Everyone in
Oh,
Florida is
damn.
off top.
I mean, if anything, it'll be like Sweet Tooth for me.
Mm.
What you mean?
It's like, oh, you've never seen Sweet Tooth on Netflix. It's a comic book about where all
It's gonna
kids
start in Florida.
where all kids become hybrids. So like animal human hybrids. So some have like deer antlers, some have like
Yeah, it's.
Oh, this came out
I was
recently, right?
disgusted. I was
Yeah.
disgusted. I couldn't watch it.
Yo, that comic book is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Such a good read.
It
But
was.
yeah, I haven't seen the show yet. I do need to watch that.
It is actually really good. I hope season 2 comes out soon. I liked it a lot.
I was grossed out. Couldn't watch it.
Really?
But yeah, to end the robot conversation, Maurice mentioned it. We need encryption laws on these products. We need legit laws that validate, like, to add to what Swab was saying, that if they want this shit in our house and we're trading you our personal data, we need encryption. Encryption that can at least protect us from anyone who's not the main company. The main company is malicious, that's for sure. But I need the black hat that lives next door who has a thing for creeping on people not to be able to enter the robot as well. Like, that's what I need. I need you to have strong enough encryption on these products that you're trying to sell. I need an organization inside the government to validate these products are encrypted well enough to where not even like no script kiddie is going to be able to punch into them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I know
not-
you're
I'm
That
not
sounds
collecting
like
my
they're looking
data.
out for the consumer. That I don't think they're in the business of that.
Yeah, they're not.
And
they're
they're
not.
not,
But
right?
they should be.
They're not. They
Should
should
be.
be.
And that's I understand my data is valuable. I understand you want to collect it. And I mean, hey, I like tech shit. Just like all of us here probably. And I'm willing to trade it to you, but like not if it means like compromising my privacy, compromising you know,
Facts.
like none of that. I
think
can't fuck
after
with that.
signing those agreements that nobody reads, I think it's well.
I mean, it
That's in
is,
that,
it is,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, like I still need to. I mean, I feel like need is a little bit strong, but at the same time, like these are services we use every day for mundane stuff. Like at this point, like I have to agree, or I can't use it. And then like what am I gonna do? I'm gonna not use Google. I'm gonna not use YouTube. I'm gonna not buy shit off Amazon. Like it's not. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I don't want to have to, but because it's so, I mean, they
The
make
world
it
is
too
moving
easy.
in that direction. So like it's not
Yeah.
even convenience really anymore, right?
Yeah.
You have no choice. If you don't use it, you suffer. It's kind of like why the internet at one point was Title IX or whatever, like before obviously the last administration. Like it was important to say that hey, the internet is something that everybody needs access to, right? And why? Because you can't really function without it. Like sure,
Exactly.
that made sense, 20, 30 years ago to say, nah, that's a luxury. You don't really need it, right? When libraries were still a thing and, books were still the main source of education. But now there's certain things you just need. And Google has put itself in a place like Amazon still is a luxury, right? Like there are people that survive without Amazon. You get your packages 5, 6, 7 days after you order it, but
Or
sure,
you
you
get
can
it stolen by FedEx.
Oh, you get it
Oh my
stolen by
God.
FedEx, broken by USPS, but I mean, like, you can have all those issues, but at least there's alternatives. But with Google, they're really like, I guess you can use Bing, I guess you can use all these other things, but you have to like go out of your way these days to use it
Yeah.
because
And
it's
your
really
results aren't gonna be
Not the same.
It's not gonna
but
be
see
the
that
same quality.
even
Yeah.
with the quality out, right? Like it's too much of the internet now, right? And they know that.
Jeez, boy,
It's
me
too much
done.
of the internet. So
Jeez,
it's getting to the point the internet was getting to, like where it's like, hey, this is almost like
Yeah.
public service now.
Exactly.
I
This
mean, I
is
know it's your business, but it's necessary.
Hey.
Yeah.
I remember using AJ Kids
Exactly.
back in the day.
I did not. Oh my gosh, that's a whole different thing. I had no idea how to use a fucking search engine.
I would ask it
Like I
dumb
was in like
questions.
7th grade, and my teacher gave me this list of questions in social studies, and I was like, "Where am I supposed to? This is not in the book. Where do I find these answers?" And she was like, I was
Microsoft
like, Ask, what the
Encarta.
fuck is Ask Jeeves? Hey, I looked on Encarta. I looked on Anyway, I was very confused. I had no idea what I was doing.
And Suave. You still using
Hey,
Dewey Decimal System and shit.
Hey,
facts.
what
I
year?
I was.
actually
What year was
remember
that?
how to
If you
use
don't
it.
mind me asking, Swell.
That was.
It
I
gotta be
was.
2000.
Yeah, it was 2002.
Wow.
2001, 2002.
Wait, you were
Wow.
middle
Yeah,
school,
Carl,
high
you
school?
were in
I
high
was in
school,
middle
bro.
school.
Hey,
And
we don't. It doesn't matter where I was at. It doesn't matter where I was at. First of all,
Carl?
keep that to yourself, JK. Nobody asked you. I was just trying to get a sense of a time. Thanks, Suave. I appreciate the answer.
Hey, okay. Maurice, we had just got 2002 was the first time we had a computer in my house. No, it was the second time, but it was the first time we had one that was connected to the internet. The first
Right.
one we got like a Windows. It wasn't even Windows. It was like DOS.
Yeah.
And my dad got it from his
Mainframe.
boss because they were getting a new one, and we had DOS and we had games, and that was it. There was nothing else to
Yeah.
do with that computer.
So,
As
so like so middle school was like the first time you got to interact with a computer, or was it just the first
on the
time
internet,
interacting with the internet?
the internet, yeah.
Now elementary school for me.
That shit was
We didn't have
damn.
internet
So
in
Tech
my
elementary school was like
elementary.
3 weeks ago for you.
Yeah, no bullshit. This man grew up in the broadband
I'm saying.
era.
I was
I
on
mean,
the
I guess-
fucking
That's
56
true.
You don't even remember the
We
dial
only had
tone.
dial-up. I remember we had dial-up because we lived in the country at the time. We lived in
okay.
Culpeper, and you think Fredericksburg is the country? Culpeper is the country of
Yeah.
Fredericksburg.
Oh,
It
Pepper
never
sounds
was.
country.
Facts.
It's country as fuck.
That's like the area that always gets like tornadoes and shit. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, there's
Always.
tornadoes in the area. And Culpeper, that's them.
Yeah, I can't
They'll
say much
be
because my
alright.
dad was in the military, so being on base, they
We
had
had dial-up.
all the necessary things. So I can't say
Yeah,
much.
you had that military grade internet.
Facts.
Still trash.
On ARPANET and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
for
said.
sure.
All right.
I did get access to the internet in middle school at school, but you know we lucked out.
Yeah,
I
still want to
I didn't
learn how
have
to build
internet.
my own internet.
I didn't have internet in elementary
Music video.
or middle school. It wasn't until high school. But I interacted with the internet when I used to go to either my mom's job or my dad's job. They always got on the internet there. All I used to do is just look up. I used to go to gamewinners.com. It was a little cheat code site, and you just go in
Like,
there,
yeah.
download
Yep.
guides, download fucking cheat codes. Like that was the shit.
Man, I remember tips and
Especially
tricks.
like
Tips
original
and tricks,
GTA.
yes.
Tips and tricks. Yep, I remember that.
I used to get the little puzzle they had in the back, like the little grid puzzles where you fill in the grids. I remember I was doing that in class one time. My teacher's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, just this little puzzle." And she's like, "Oh, can you print out for everybody?" So I printed out, like, I photocopied like the different pages and like gave them to people, and people were like, "Oh, this is fun." "Oh, what is this? Sonic? You don't know what the Sonic is, nigga?" Like,
I don't know what Sonic is.
this is like Pac-Man. This is Pac-Man, bro. Come on now. It was fun though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So let's talk a little bit about this Halo flight.
I think somebody has to get something off the
somebody
chest.
has to give a little retraction.
Before we do that, I just want to shout out JK. This motherfucker wins Best Friend of the Year award for that Halo flight code. Round of applause.
Yeah, I
got me
think
in.
that's who had to get something off your chest. I get it. Good job.
That's
You know, I would love
right
to hear.
here.
You know, as much as I love to bask and cherish in that you know,
It's live now. What you mean?
That's salute. But
you can download and get in training.
I definitely want to see that retraction about a particular piece of gear. You know,
everybody keeps looking. I'm trying to see.
It's just as bright as that Batman AJ sign in the back.
Oh, now the nigga thirsty.
Oh, I just noticed that that's the eight.
He parched.
I've looked at that so many times. I never seen that it actually said AJ.
Yeah, it does.
It does say
shit.
AJ.
I didn't realize it said
not.
AJ either.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what
AJ,
kind of
where
looks
you
like
get that
though?
from?
You know what kind of looks like though?
It was a
kind of like
present.
a grappling hook. Tell you the truth.
I guess that kind of look like
Somebody probably got it off Etsy, but
Guys, multiplayer is live.
multiplayer. Get the fuck out of here. No,
Nah, it's not. Tomorrow.
you ain't gonna be. You can select it, but you're not gonna be able to get into a match.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So,
Training drills.
Carl, would you like to tell the group what they're?
Nope.
I assume they're
I
talking
think that's
about
you, AJ. I think they're
What?
talking about you, actually. Pretty sure it's you. Yeah.
he said repulsor.
So, at one point in my history, right? Briefly in my history, I mean, had to be like just 10 seconds on one episode. Like, to be honest, I don't even remember it. But
I think it's still on Instagram.
Oh, actually, I do have the clip on Instagram.
Can I finish? Did I have the floor or not? Did I have the floor?
Oh yeah. You
Because I thought that's what it was. I know. I just thought that's what it was. So, there was a point in history where I may have said something about the repulsor and the grappling hook that might not have been flattering or even some would say even positive. Just some would say that. I retract those statements. I did enjoy whipping around like Spider-Man with the grappling hook and the repulsor is more than plasma grenades, right? And that was my issue, right? Then I say, like, if that's the only use case for it, I don't want it. But you can knock a nigga off the stage with it, so it now has more uses than just the I reflect plasma weapons, because I don't have that kind of reaction time. So I thought it was gonna be like 2 or 3, people could use it. But
okay.
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry, Grappling Hook. I apologize. Yeah, you were actually fun. It was
So beautiful.
it was more useful than I thought it would be because they
it
actually
is. This thing's fun.
they gave you more than I thought they would give you because I thought it was like a one
shit.
charge kind of thing. Oh shoot! Somebody
Darkness, everybody.
jumped
Darkness.
in there and attacked Swan.
The doc.
Somebody forgot to plug my damn light up.
Well, just a disclaimer for everybody on the stream. You know, if you want to see, you know, a little bit of what he said before, you know, definitely watch the video on YouTube because it's gonna have a little snippet of that. So you know.
No, there will be no snippet. The apology happened. Like, see, what you guys need to do is learn to forgive. Somebody apologizes, you forgive. It just
Right, and we're just gonna have a before and an after. That's
no.
all.
There is no need for a before and an after. There's no need for an after, really. Let's just have this moment to ourselves. Why we always got to record everything and post it and all that? No, let's have this moment to ourselves. That's moments are precious.
Yo, what is this? Yo, this is dope. Is this like a chain grenade? Ignore
This-
me. Ignore
This
me.
guy is like a puppy. You know, one of them dogs has been locked
Boy,
in a cage for a long
living it
time.
up.
Did you let him out
that's
in the
even
yard?
better. There you go. If you
Excuse
want to
me,
watch,
all
the
you
video,
bastards
there you go.
who have been in this
This
already.
is my song for 2004, and
Oh,
I ain't
man.
gonna mess up no more.
This is what happens when you have
Oh
friends.
shit.
This
Hey.
happens when-
You're well. Hey, we're holding you, you know, to the standard that we know you can, you know, rise.
Oh,
to.
just
Holding you
just
accountable.
remember
We let you rise and elevate.
now that I know that this is what we do when people make mistakes. Best believe every person
He said,
here
this is it. It's
will
gonna
be
get it.
will be held to this excellent standard that you guys have set of
Absolutely.
apologizing for making mistakes because
Oh, we've done it several times.
no, nobody has been caught. Nobody's been hinted at and cajoled and pushed into the middle of the floor and put a dunce hat on them, and throw paper at him
Well,
while he's
maybe not
doing
the
his
dunce
speech.
hat, but we definitely pull. You know, I pull sometimes. I know some people pulled me. You know, we definitely pulled Tech about 2 or 3 times. Crescent maybe once. Suave.
No, I just know that
maybe.
this is what we do.
Carl keeps to himself, kind of hard to pull.
So he
No,
gonna
Carl
remember. He
would
gonna write
never
it down, take a
apologize.
picture.
He would never.
You know, if anybody wants to, you know, just review the last episodes, you know, even season 1, you can see.
You would never see me say anything. To be honest, I'm doing this just for content. I never said a bad word about the grappling hook or the poster.
Wow.
Well, I guess you better not look in the chat.
Signor
So
said that age so
we're just gonna lie about it.
so quick, and the link is right there. It's not
You
even a
better not
good
do-
lie.
What link?
You better watch
It's
this.
a good lie.
I'm gonna watch this link. This better
It's
not be what.
beautifully cut and everything.
It's not even a good lie. So while AJ goes to watch that, we got another Halo flight, Halo Infinite flight coming up tomorrow. They're gonna open this joint up at the same times, 1 to 5 and 8 to 12 Eastern, and that's so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then it's gonna close on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all are y'all looking forward to anything?
Look, they should just leave training open till the game drops. Just leave it open.
Yeah, I don't see
I
why
agree.
not. honestly.
The training.
2 months.
Like,
2 months
I'm
of
not saying
getting
keep a multiplayer
feedback.
if you want to, but leave the training open.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think so it's interesting. Like I used to really like big team battle in Halo, like back in Reach Stage 3, 2, all the original ones. I didn't really, I don't know, 4 was straight, 5 less so. So honestly I'm not that excited about big team battle. I don't know, like it's just not my go-to game mode anymore. I like the small, 4v4 or free for all. And then it also I understand Carl like not liking the objective modes, because I'm kind of like that too. I don't really like, especially more so capture the flag. I'm not a big fan of capture the flag, but I would take like
Strongholds.
yeah, strongholds,
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. I love shit like that. Oddball, all that type of stuff. But Capture the Flag, I'm not super excited. And they ran Capture the Flag last flight. I mean, it's
It wasn't
straight.
enjoyable. It
And
was
then
alright.
they took away. So in 5, they gave you the like if you captured the flag or you grabbed it, you pulled it, like you had the option of having a pistol while you're
Yeah.
trying to capture the flag. Like this joint, they went back like they Halo Infinite they really went back old school. Like
It's
you can't you don't have a pistol anymore, so you're
they
just
got
naked.
bullied. They got
Yeah.
bullied. But of course, I have no opinions because those will be used against me in the future. So sorry, I apologize for even having that opinion.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm
Jitters
excited. I
is
want to see
jitters,
how
man.
chaotic this game gets, especially with
Yeah.
all the new
Features and stuff. Guns.
armor. I mean,
If team
what's the
battle
joint's
was
called?
chaotic, I think I'd like it. If you cut don't have too many vehicles and have 64 mofos in there, so it feels like it's a small
Battlefield.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
even
What did you say about the vehicles, Carl?
Just cut down the number of vehicles.
Oh, number of them. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say,
There's
you
like
need
too many vehicles.
vehicles is cool. Like I always liked them, but you're right. Like the firepower you can get from there's there's
And
this,
they
there's
don't
that.
die. Like
Yeah,
you just
they're
get
hard to
one and
blow up.
just kill like 1,000,000 people.
Right.
well, these ones you can stall out. You can electrify and like stall them out.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more tools, and that they took from Reach, like Preston was saying. Back when we talked about Halo Infinite the first time, like that, it's pretty much Reach and 3, I think, is what you were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Is it mirrors the pistol kind
So
of
they just got a bunch of.
weird? Not weird, but like I guess the bloom is a little bit off.
It's
I li-
weird. I'm still
I
trying to
like
get
it.
used to it.
Because
I
like
like
when
it.
I was like I can shoot faster with the pistol, but I feel like less bullets are hitting him while you're shooting faster. Unlike in 5, I can shoot a steady burst
Yeah,
and easily
5 you
get
can
it.
get in. Yeah, you can get into a rhythm with that. But this gen is kind of like so you remember the variant in 5, the Warfighter pistol, the joint where
Yeah.
you can that's basically this joint.
Oh, the
This seems a little weaker
suppressed
than the
one.
gunfighter.
The
Yeah,
gunfighter one's the suppressed one, right? It's like
No, it's the
the
one that
longer
you can
barrel.
fire fast. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a longer barrel, but it had a lighter sound to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so to speak. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Even for that one in 5, I could still hit more accurately than this one in Infinite.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head. But I will say the assault rifle is so good that you don't even necessarily
need
need
it.
to,
Yeah, I died so many times from assault rifles and
The
pistols.
AR is crazy.
I
in this
hate
joint.
being killed by
Yeah.
assault.
It's super accurate for some reason.
Yeah, it
like
is.
from far.
From far distance.
Yeah.
I'm new to this, but I'm enjoying the pistol. Personally, I just
I like the
I'm
pistol.
new to this.
I like the
Well,
pistol.
watch when you get into a game against people, you see how different it is.
Bruh.
And that's fair.
They're gonna be killing you from across the map with the AR. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit that you
this
wouldn't.
AR definitely is.
I
hidden.
still main the pistol. I can't hit anything with the AR. I still main the pistol, and I mean that's what I.
And the needler is different too. It's not as
No, it's not as powerful.
This
That's
grappling hook coming from like Apex Legends and where Pathfinder is like my main. The
Get it right.
mobility
Came from
Oh, yeah.
Titanfall first.
But see,
So
the
So I
thing
can
about
understand that.
the thing is, you're not guaranteed to have the grappling hook either. It's a power weapon.
What do you mean?
It'll just be
It's a-
floating on the stage.
it's
It's
a-
not.
it's a
You're not
gadget
automatically
item.
equipped. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
automatically equipped.
Oh, that's
with
some bullshit. I thought you spawned it with this.
No, that was
Nah.
that was
Get
one
one.
of my
You gotta
complaints,
find one.
but I did overestimate how easy it would be to pick it up. So it was pretty plentiful. So I mean I got one every round. It wasn't like I was like, man, I didn't get the
Just like
ground.
the overshield. Overshield is the item you pick up and you have to click to use it.
which is
Yeah.
better because sometimes you don't
better.
want to use it immediately. You want to use it.
Exactly.
You just want to keep it from them.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's also the case.
So Segno in chat says that sidearm shouldn't be usable as a primary. How y'all feel about that? Like with regard to the latest
John
pistol.
Wick. I want
You
to
said
be John Wick.
You want to be
John Wick kills with sidearms almost exclusively. Occasionally, he'll grab your assault rifle and kill you with your
Damn.
assault rifle.
Occasionally.
That
And I mean,
man's
you are a
using-
super soldier. I feel like maybe.
John
So you're
Wick
saying it
is who
shouldn't
I
be
want to
used
be when
at
I grow
all?
up.
No, it
So
shouldn't. It shouldn't be like
A
anybody's
secondary?
primary.
As strong.
Yeah, it
Yeah, you
shouldn't
should,
be so
it should be
you
strong.
should run out
strong
of a
as a
sniper rifle
primary.
bullets and just be like, oh,
Okay.
But my thing with like Halo, I always just love like the precision weapons, right? Like I know I could do good with the AR, but it's like I want to kill somebody with the pistol. It just feels better. Like I don't like the
It's a challenge thing, right? Like you
yeah.
feel more like you feel better, not better.
It's just
You feel
more
better than
more
that.
satisfying. It's just more
Yeah.
satisfying. Like I being able to, you know, use precision to kill somebody. And like the AR is just like,
yeah,
Yeah.
better.
I won't say
better.
it's spray and pray, but it does its job.
From a distance, you pretty much spraying and you're not you spraying and hitting at this point. Because the pistol, like I agree, the pistol should be a secondary and should be treated as a secondary. But at the same time, if I pull up my pistol, I want to be more accurate in a fight. So if they're from a distance, I know my AR is not going to be hitting them from a distance like that.
Yeah, and
So
it's
like it should
easier
be. So I'm gonna like, oh, okay, let me switch to a pistol, and get that, or let me go get the VK to be more accurate, or let me go get a sniper to be more accurate for long distance shots, or let me go get the BR to be more accurate because of the 3-round burst.
Yeah,
But
I
it
love
should
that's
I
more
love the
more-
BR in this game.
It should be more maneuverable though, right? The pistol should still feel better at close. Because to me, I still like the pistol at mid range, and I really actually do the opposite. I pistol at mid range, and then as people get closer, I switch to the AR because I know
Yeah.
now I can't
Yeah.
miss.
Mhm.
But
Which it should be.
it actually should be flipped then, right? Because like the AR should be mid range, and then when somebody gets close, I should be able to. The pistol should be more maneuverable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would do that on a video game, like without technically just making the AR more difficult to aim, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
We'll see what happens.
yeah.
Are they gonna have
What
submachine
did you?
guns?
Probably.
I didn't see any. I didn't see any in
Yeah,
the data.
Yeah, they don't have an SMG.
I didn't see any SMGs. I didn't see any carbines either. They had the VK. They had the
The ugly pulse
assault
rifle.
rifle, the pistol, the needler,
Carbine.
The
carbine.
pulse gun.
Yep,
Yeah, that's-
pulse gun.
Yeah, this pistol from long distance is not it.
No, you can't.
At least hip firing. I can't hip fire.
What did
No.
real quick? What did you say about the BR, Crescent?
Oh, I love the BR in this game. It feels
Really?
really good.
Yeah, it's very stable. It's
I
very
don't like
stable.
it.
really good.
I
Yeah,
do not like it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't like the way it feels. Like I mean, like y'all know, I'm not like the most accurate nigga out here, but like
We know.
it feels really weird to aim. Like I cannot hit anything.
I can't either. I don't even pick it up. I walk right past it.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
I look for that shit.
Yeah.
I pick up the
I
BK,
can't
though.
hit the
I love
broadside of a barn with that motherfucker.
Love the
All
All right,
BK.
so I
Yeah.
got it right now. Let's see what this is.
Close
I finally
range.
found it.
With it being game.
Close range. I wouldn't use it. But
Shit, I use that shit close range.
Yeah, you do. I
talking
can't use that motherfucker at no range.
I mean, if you get two bursts off and hit them, then they're dead. So
Yeah, Segno.
I can't fucking hit him with it. I'm like the
This is
BR and 5 and
fire
the BR and
close
2.
range.
Those are my joints.
What's
Oh
that?
my gosh.
The BR and 5 and the BR and 2. Those are the ones I like.
I can hip fire
Yeah.
like a mother with this BR.
This BR is what it would have felt like if it was in reach.
yeah.
This
I
feels
feel like-
fantastic.
Yeah, because it kind of it has like the meatiness of a DMR. Like
Mhm.
it feels very. It feels like it kind of feels like a 3-round DMR to me.
Yeah, it does. It definitely feels heavier.
Yeah, and so I think so. This BR would have been the BR in reach if they would have like did a BR in reach. But that's they did the DMR, which I hope the DMR comes back. I love the DMR.
Do they not have a finishing
That's what
like assassination?
Not no animations.
yeah.
That's coming down the
I
line.
don't fucking
DLC.
want to play this anymore.
Segno was
Just
saying
got
that He was saying that the SMG would probably be coming down the line because it's game as a service or games as a service.
Yeah.
That's
can see
probably
that.
the same thing for the DMR and for any gun that you've
Yeah.
seen. Any of the like, they'll be like,
Because they did
battle-
that with 5. They did that
Yeah.
with 5.
like, oh, now this is in the game. Now this is in the game, and then next thing you
Yeah.
know, there'll be Promethean weapons in the game, or maybe you have to buy those passes or whatever, and who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is weird? That shotgun.
Oh yeah, I
Yo,
can't
it's
kill anybody with that thing. It's weak.
it's like it's a 2-shot now.
It's
It's
too
a
scattered.
2-shot. It's not like I was literally
Right in
right
front
in front
of
of somebody, shoot them, and they, I'm used to Halo. Like it's like you
Yeah.
shoot somebody with a shotgun, they just disappear.
That's
Like
it.
them
They're
motherfuckers
done.
just like
Gone.
doop, they just
Yeah,
drop.
like-
Especially when you shoot somebody with a shotgun, they just disappear.
Facts.
Fucking
100%.
gone.
So,
100%.
But yeah,
I don't
that's-
know. This one is weird. It's like it's
I picked
a
that up,
yeah, it's weird.
I picked it up twice, and I learned my lesson both times. Forget it. The assault rifle at close distance is a better gun than the shotgun.
But the shit is funny though because it looks like it's gonna blast a motherfucker. Like that
Yeah,
shit
it's huge.
Dude, it looks
Yeah.
serious. It
Unless it's
looks
looking
serious.
It's weird. It's weird. I'm like, yo,
But
y'all
it's not.
gotta bring that. Y'all gotta bring that shotgun. Y'all gotta bring it up. Like
Facts.
the tradition. If y'all doing the tradition shit,
Facts.
shotgun needs to be like if you're in somebody's face, you shoot a shotgun, they disappear. They
They're
drop.
done.
And
They're gone.
I don't know. It just it was a terrible choice both times. I was like, okay, shotgun. I was like, maybe first time was my fault. Maybe I just,
Yeah.
Nah.
no. Like the next time it was like clink, 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 and they just kept coming at me. It was we were playing capture the flag, and the flag guy was coming right at me, and I'm like, clunk, clunk, and then he kills me with the flag. I'm like,
Yo, this
Yeah.
shotgun does look dope.
it looks
Yeah.
great though.
It does. I wish
Oh,
it
it's
was
real
better.
dope.
I picked it up several times. I was like, maybe like like AJ said, maybe it was me. And I was like, all right, let me practice, shoot some niggas. But every time it was just like, nah. I got murdered every single
Heat
time.
wave is better.
Every single time, and they
Oh.
they can do whatever they want with you if you got that shotgun in hand. Like it's their world. You're just living
Exactly.
in it.
Exactly.
Not for long.
All right.
So
Yeah.
you and Halo over there training.
Mm-hmm.
Loving
Look
that
at
shit.
Oh man, this guy,
He-
he got his headset on. He is in the game. He's not even with this.
Nah, he's gone.
It's text fault.
Who?
Say what, Carl?
You guys talking crazy.
Wait, is Carl in it now? He was in
Yeah.
arenas earlier.
Nah. I don't know.
Yeah, he's still
I
in
don't know,
arena
Carl.
slayers. Carl
Wow.
Dude, I know what you're
is
talking
playing
about.
Halo 5 right now.
That's crazy.
So yeah. So I mean, I guess like
Well,
how hype are y'all about just in general?
Hype as
with-
fuck because I finally
Infinite.
get to get in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, talking about like from a new player, like finally getting in and feeling the mechanics, like a grappling hook is fucking dope. AJ, I don't know what you last week, but grappling hook is dope. BR feels amazing. The assault rifle feels amazing. The pistol definitely. I mean, I'm gonna say right now, aiming just feels better. Like I have always felt that my aim was shit in 5. Like I cannot
Still
get
is.
aiming down in 5.
So
And
like
thank
you haven't
Please.
faced anybody yet. Like you faced the bots.
facts, I haven't faced anybody.
You
I
faced
haven't
the
faced
Marine
Fred
bots.
and,
Yeah, the Marine
Yeah.
bots. You need to turn the bots up to Spartan. You gotta
Yes.
turn them up and see.
Can you
if
do
Oh,
that?
BST.
Yeah,
it's in the training menu, you turn them up to Spartan
Yep.
and see if you can beat those guys. If you can beat those guys, then you're
You good. You golden.
But the Marine bots will
Gucci.
be like a G.
You gotta put them things on all Madden.
You done.
So anything else for Halo Infinite for this next flight? Anything y'all looking forward to?
I only have a lowly 1X, and Crescent informed me that you only get 30 frames. So I was wondering why I felt so trash on my, because I look at all the videos and it's super silky, and those are all Series X's or PCs. So
Or
yeah,
Series S.
I mean,
You can get a Series S anywhere now, Carl. You might want to pick that up.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not.
So
He can never do that. You want him to? You want him to go down?
I'm
Right.
not getting
Hey,
less
Segnor's
pixels.
playing on the 1S.
Huh?
And Shy Guy Segnor is playing on the 1S. So,
That's
you
I
know,
crazy.
mean, that's
it's
good
doable.
for him, and he's at 30 frames.
That's what
But
she said, boy.
I'm not with the like. My eyes
All right,
can
these Spartan
see
motherfuckers is
30
difficult.
frames. It's not good.
Feels like I'm playing against 1,000 crescents.
Hey,
They're not that good.
you're stupid. All right.
This is true. They're not that good.
Yeah, they're not crazy good, but it's definitely more of a challenge than
They're just
yeah.
more accurate. They don't even move better, in my
They'll
opinion.
still get you right though. Play them next
Yeah.
practice.
So let's go into what's good with y'all this week.
Yeah, the shotgun's
Who wanna-
fucking awful.
Yeah, it is. No, it's the worst.
All right.
I can go first. For me, there wasn't a ton of stuff. I finished the first season of The White Lotus. That's the show with Natasha Powell from Insecure. That was a weird fucking show. I'm not sure what to even tell y'all about. It's like it's white people go to this resort and just like act fucking crazy. It's like in Hawaii on an island. It's very weird. Watch Married at First Sight, of course.
Oh, where are they at now?
They are in. I think they're back in Dallas.
Oh, they're
Houston?
in Dallas. Okay.
Austin. They're in one of those cities. They're back in Texas.
Okay. How fucked up are these people?
I mean, I feel like it's better than it's been, but there's definitely some stuff where I'm like, this was obviously dumb. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like the one, they got two Latino couples. One of them is like a black Colombian dude and like a white Latino woman. They're doing pretty good, but then the other one, they're both like white Latino, and they was going through it this past episode because like this, I don't know, this nigga was tripping talking about she called me another man's name or whatever, and then the white nigga who was there, he was like, she called you Johnny, which is one of their friend, another one of the couples. That's the husband of one of the other women, and they were there with him. And it's like, dude, you was bugging out because like what? I mean, it wasn't like that. It was just like a slip. Like his name is Jose, the guy's name is Johnny, and they was all in the clubhouse hanging out. So it wasn't like, some weird shit. It was just like a slip. Like so, like how sometimes I'll like mix up JK and JD, and it's not like I think y'all are the same person or like it's just like
insult.
the same letters. I mean, some of the same letters. Too many of the same letters right there. But yeah, so he like locked her out of the house. She was they had a big ass fight. Production came in, was like, dog, y'all gotta relax. And she walked out with one of the producers and talked a little bit more. And this nigga, it was like 1 a.m. This nigga locked the door after her. And she couldn't get in. She had left her phone and everything because she was just going to work the producer out. And so she was locked out of the house at like 1 a.m.
Eddie.
No phone, no keys, like knocking on everybody else's door because they put them all in like the same apartment complex or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I was like, what? Like you want to get divorced? You want to get divorced
Well, at least the
today,
producer
nigga?
did,
Like
right?
at least not a. I mean, the producer had left, bro. What?
Oh.
Like.
Well, I'm about to say because like the production team's not gonna like the camera's still on them, right?
Well, yeah, they installed cameras in the apartment, but the camera wasn't
Oh.
on her and the producer.
Like
Like everybody had left.
Did they do the audio only for the producer stuff? Did she have a mic on her?
Yeah, I mean no, actually, you could hear them a little bit from the from their mics that they were wearing from the like Jose and Oh shit, I forgot her name already. Rachel, Jose and Rachel are mic'd, and you can hear the producers talking through theirs, but they weren't mic'd themselves.
Mm.
And
like
that the
some Friends
part
characters.
wasn't filmed, like where she left. It was just like you could see from the apartment camera, this nigga going up like, and it's, you know what I'm saying, the night vision is on because the lights off, like it's late. This nigga just goes up and locks the door, and like next morning he's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't realize you weren't home. Y'all sleep in the same bed. What you
Wow. Petty.
dog?
That.
What a
That
jerk.
shit was
Petty.
crazy. I was
And she was just out in the street.
bro, just locked out, no keys, no phone, no
She
nothing.
could have got kidnapped or something. Like
Anything could have happened.
it'd have been on you. They'd be like, oh well, you know.
I love my wife to death, but I still take my keys and my phone with me every time I walk out the house. I could just be taking
Damn, you don't trust your wife?
the trash out. I love her to death, but you know, I won't
feel
put it
I
against
kind
her.
of feel the same way. Well, not. It seems like
Right?
you have a different reason,
Wow.
but I just need to have those keys with me. Like
I just need to have the keys with me. Like it's not a matter of not trusting. I have the keys with me. I have to have the knowledge that, like, even if my kids lie several times, because I think it's fucking hysterical. It's not.
Daddy's locked out.
Yeah.
Boy, if you don't unlock this damn door,
Yeah, rock
the
bottom.
faces are funny.
you can get a belt against your booty, boy.
You hope you get a belt.
No, we don't beat any. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't, yeah, neither.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, I guess I don't have necessarily that problem. Like we do have, like the we got a keypad on the door, so it's like I don't need my keys to get in and out.
Mhm.
smart.
Facts.
That's how it is in
Um,
the new house, so that's a good thing.
Need that. And then I finished that game I started, A Short Hike. It was cool. It was a nice little game. I like the soundtrack. I like the soundscape that they had. And it only took me, I mean, I did a lot of exploration. So it took me like maybe 2 or 3 hours. Not a long game at all.
Mm.
About the walking simulator.
The yeah. So like I'm a little bird on a beach, but there's also mountains. Not mountains, but like mountains. And I gotta get to like the top of the mountain to get to get cell reception. Because I'm waiting on a phone call or whatever. And then like you get up there and listen, you can't just fly all the way up there, AJ. You gotta you gotta collect the golden feathers so you can get up high enough.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
But yeah, it's a cool little game, and then you get to the top and like you get a call from your mom. It's sweet. I liked it. And then I started playing not started. I continued playing the Outer Wilds. I don't know if none of y'all playing that for Game Club for DCGG, but that game
How do you like it?
it's brutal, man. It's brutal. It's a little time loop game. So like you die and then you come back at the same point every time. But they just don't care about your life on there. I've died so many times, like trying to explore. I've been sucked into a black hole. I've been pulled into the sun. I've been drowned on this planet that's mostly water. Okay. I've been like, dog, they just be murdering you. They just be I crashed my ship I put it on autopilot and I was going toward this rocky planet. And like my retro jets, the jets to slow me down, did not engage, and I just smashed into the planet and died.
Well, damn.
It was
well. You didn't do a diagnostic test.
It's just a game about them killing you. I don't know. Like I've died in space because like the black hole will put me out like 35 kilometers away from my ship, and it's like there's no way to make it back on the jets you have on your suit. Like you run out of fuel, and then if you keep using the jets, you start using your oxygen for fuel, and then you just die. So, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So are you gonna?
That sounds stressful.
Well, I don't know if you can actually finish that game, but are you gonna keep playing it?
I'm gonna play it a little bit more. I'm curious, and I haven't yet looked up like like sometimes with games like this, I'll be like, okay, what am I doing here? And then I'm gonna look. So I go and look it up, and it's like, okay, what is the point of this game, and do I care enough to continue?
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, but I definitely came close after the second time that fucking black hole, got me. But we'll see. It's still interesting so far. Oh, and I landed on top of a geyser, and I was like, I was right on top. So I jumped down the hatch, and I go straight to the core of my home planet and die. So that happened.
Oh, you thought this was Apex, huh?
I didn't think. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna see the bottom of this geyser, not death. Like,
It's all the bottom of the guys.
Right.
facts. I did see the bottom of
That's
the
where
geyser.
It's just
He's
death
jumping the
waiting
guys in
for you.
regular life. That's probably a bad day.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
what
think about
guys lead. Like,
Wow.
So, but it's a cool game. I'm gonna keep playing it for a bit. We'll see. And then I watched Sita Sings the Blues. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that.
Mm-mm. What's that?
It's interesting. I mean, if you don't like musicals, you're probably not gonna like it. It's one of my
Ooh, I love
That's
musicals.
a no.
Yo.
Negative.
It's set to music, but it's not necessarily like a musical. It's not like a musical. It's one of my wife's favorite movies, and she was showing me something from it, and then I was like, all right, we'll watch it. And so we watched it. It's like Indian mythology mystery science theater 3000 set to 20s jazz. So if that
Wow.
if that's
He said, "Wow."
Swell,
Sounds
I
like
love
it's-
the way
time
you
for me.
describe things, brother.
appreciate that. If that sounds interesting, you definitely want to check
Notice-
that out. Like it's like the
notice
story
he
of
didn't say, I'm gonna watch that, Swab. He said, I love the way you describe things, brother.
hey, he might
Yeah.
watch it. It's the story of like Rama and his wife Sita, and
Oh,
Rama
yeah.
is like the 9th incarnation of Vishnu or some shit.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was, and then like the lady who wrote it, it's
Rama.
also like got the story of her divorce like in there.
Ooh.
And it's like several different styles of art and animation. So I mean, I liked it. It was
It's actually a
interesting.
good story. Rama's
Absolutely.
actually a good story. I like the only reason I like him because he has a golden bow and he rides in a chariot.
Yeah.
So he's
He
like,
just
I mean, he
launches,
did kick his
like,
wife out the
arrows.
kingdom, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hey, what did she do?
nothing.
Well,
She
I mean,
got she got kidnapped, and he was like, "You slept in another man's house. Like I can't trust you to, I can't trust that you're pure anymore."
Oh.
Damn.
But it's like, damn dog, like he kidnapped her. What's she supposed to
He
do,
said, "Bitch, I ain't Mario."
Oh, wow.
bro? Oh my god, so get this nigga out of here.
We've been trying.
You said we've been trying. I think that's it for me for this week. I haven't. I'll tell you, I've been working on this damn project. So I haven't had a ton of time. But yeah. What about y'all? What's good
I'll
this
go
week?
next. What is good this week? I watched for the first time in a binge watch anime, and my daughter wanted to watch So What, I Was Reincarnated as a Spider, and I was just like, I'm not sure if this is appropriate for you, so I watched it. Not appropriate for her in many ways. Mostly due to the fact there's just so much blood and guts. Just like this spider chick just eats everything. But I binge watched the shit out of it. It was fantastic. And then I binge watched Visions again, which really isn't much of a commitment. But Star Wars Visions was fantastic, and I rewatched like a few of those episodes again. And then my wife and I show that I would highly suggest for you and your wives to never find. I'm gonna give it to you because I need you to know not to watch this or not let them watch this. Great show, perfectly written. Scenes from a Marriage. It's one of those shows where it's sad and it's related to a relationship. So I'm not sure if any of your wives do, but mine is like Oscar worthy. Like she'll watch these shows, and then next thing you know, we're in a random fight for some shit I didn't even realize was happening. And yeah, but I mean, it was
So it's
a
a
good
setup.
show for the most part. It was a set. It's the whole show was a set, right? And so like, and to make it worse, the husband in the movie in the show. You want to know what this
Jeez.
motherfucker's name is?
It can't be
Is it
Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Oh.
It's Jonathan.
I love it.
But my question
I
my
watched
question is,
episode 1,
what's the spelling?
and then like how I spell mine, and then the
Okay.
premise of it, right, is just like the husband stays at home and the wife is working and stuff like that. That's like set up, and then like it's a beautifully shot show. Acting is fantastic. It started unnecessary drama in the house this week, so I would highly suggest not watching it with the missus. Or just
What streaming service is it on so I can like dislike
HBO
it?
Max.
Okay.
Yeah, dislike it immediately.
It
Get
won't
it,
show
get
up
it out. Get it
on the
out.
algorithm.
Let them know you don't want to see this type of content ever.
Not at all.
Say
Ever,
ever.
So yeah, that's what else? What else?
Been playing a lot of Apex.
A lot of Apex. Yeah, y'all. I've just been so much Apex. I tried opening Overwatch this week, and I know I used to love this game. Like I used to love Overwatch. Like that's all I play. And I couldn't even get through get through a match. I exited quickly and walked away. And I felt sadness because I used to just fucking love Overwatch, but I couldn't play it.
What was turning you off?
I don't know, man. I really couldn't tell you like exactly the pinpoint. It was, I started the first match, I died a few times, I couldn't get into the rhythm. Maybe that would be it. I just couldn't find, like with a game, you can get into like a rhythm, you can kind of, you have a good feel for the controls, you have a good feel for your position in the game, you know what to do in order to get the reaction you want. I couldn't get a good feeling for Overwatch whatsoever. So I immediately turned that off mid-match. But playing the shit out of some Apex. More so than I should. I haven't gotten shit done for work this week.
What's going on in Apex World right now?
Nothing really, man. I mean, like it's season 10, I think we're on now, and it's just I would have to say matchmaking has been the smoothest. Matchmaking has been the smoothest. So it's just I actually get into games where I'm not immediately met with a bunch of sweats. Like I have to win a few games first, and then Apex matchmaking is just like you're too happy, you're winning too much. Here's a sweaty lobby, and you die immediately. But normally it used to be load in immediately, sweaty lobby, you die immediately. Now I can at least get like 2 to 3 wins a day, and I'm very satisfied by that. But yeah, that's been the week. I ain't nothing else.
I'll go next. Watched a little bit of stuff this week, not too much. I watched 300 years. I maxed out my level of was it?
300 Years a Slave.
300. No, yeah, sure. They met. It's some story called. I can't even remember the title. I wish I had written it down. But it's so long and annoying. But it's like I maxed out my level by killing slime for 300 years or 300 years of killing slimes. Maxed out my level.
Oh, that one.
So I wanted to see because I was like, okay, slimes. That makes me think reincarnated as a slime, and I'm like, so like what kind of story? It's obviously a similar story. So I'm trying to figure out what their take is, and so similar to reincarnated as a slime, there was a character in the real world, our world. She dies. She overworks herself to death, though she doesn't get randomly stabbed. And then when she dies, she goes to this other world, and she wants. Well, no, first she goes to heaven, I guess, and God's like, "Yeah, tough break," and God's like this cute little fair angel looking chick, and she's like, I have a soft spot for women. You worked really hard, so what do you want? How do you want to live your next life? She's like, I just want to, relax. I died overworking, so relax. So she basically sent her to a world. Well, she gave her immortality. She's like, here, you're immortal. You can live that relaxed life forever now. And then she sends her to another world. And so the girl goes there and she gets this free house. Like there's just a house there, and somebody's like, whoever, if you want to move into it, you get it. And then she's like being attacked by slimes, but they're slimes, so they're weak. And so she just kills them. And when she realizes they give her like these little jewel things, like that she can exchange for money. She kills them, and she kills like 25 a day. She makes a garden. She's just living her life. She doesn't realize that she's, because she's, immortal. She's lived 300 years and she's killed 25 slimes a year. She maxed out her level. She's like the strongest character or the strongest person in this world, like so far. And so when she finds that out, somebody snitches on her, and then all these people want to test against her. And it's like this whole thing about somebody trying to be an underachiever the whole time, and she has to become like a I don't know. She gets steadily more involved in these people's lives, not intentionally, but because they won't basically leave her alone because she's awesome now. And so she is kind of like she doesn't get what she wants, but I guess they're probably going to kind of lean into how she's going to end up inevitably enjoying the hustle and bustle of this new life. I just watched the first episode, so I can't give any honest critiques of it yet. I didn't think it was as good as Slime. Animation wise, it wasn't as good as Slime to me. But like I said, just the first episode. Who knows what the second and the third will be like? But like her sitting there just destroying things with ease probably is the reason why they didn't bother to animate it, perfectly or whatever. But I'm looking forward to seeing if it steps up. I might watch another episode or two. If not, if it doesn't animation wise match with Slime, I don't know if I'll stick with it. But I think just said that they like it, and I guess she gets a harem. Uh, yeah, she did collect a little dragon lady at the end of the episode. So I didn't know she was gonna get a whole harem, but that's cool. I like Tenchi Muyo. I like that stuff. But then I watched I kind of skipped around Yashahime. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's
That's
a
Inuyasha's
right.
son, daughter.
No, his niece
I know
and his
it's
two
his
nieces.
kid.
His two nieces, Shishomu's two daughters, twin daughters, and his
Okay.
daughter they go on this like journey, and it's like a new kind of like Shikonju kind of like
Yeah.
thing with these rainbow pearls and stuff. It's kind of it's a lot. It's very childish, which I guess Inuyasha was too when I watched it. It was a very long time ago.
Inuyasha, you watch
Like mostly a tech ago, almost a full tech ago. I watched Inuyasha. So
yeah.
uh uh shoot. Yeah, but I did not like most of it because the animation. The animation is huge for me when I'm watching anime. I can't just watch a story. So for me the first few I didn't like it, like the first few episodes, but I just skipped to the last one after a while. I was like, okay, well let me just see how they end this thing out. And that was a very good episode. It was very interesting. Um it's very interesting. The characters kind of did like some cool power moves up in there. They're fighting a character. I guess they retconned a character who they wrote a movie about in Inuyasha. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of the Inuyasha stuff at all.
Yeah.
It's been a million years.
The
You've
movie's
seen
pretty
like
long.
the noble ruler, the three swords of the noble ruler.
Yeah.
Right, the guy who killed him, or maybe that's not him, but it's like a character from that world who like fought against Inuyasha's father is also in this story, and he fights the girls, right, to like test their skills or whatever. And it's a pretty epic fight. I actually enjoyed it. I mean, it's not the best animation of the year or anything like that, but it was like the best that this show had done. So I actually enjoyed the last episode of the first season, and I am looking forward to the second season, even though I barely enjoyed most of the first season, because I want to see if they keep if that progression stays, like they keep up in the ante on the animation front. And then I caught up on Solo Leveling, which is just more and more of keep forgetting the guy's name, but the main character is just powering up, becoming pretty much invincible. Huge like god army. But once again, visually, it is the most stunning. It's not a manga because it's Korean, but I think I forgot how they pronounce that. When it's Korean, but the Korean comic that I've seen, most stunning comic I've seen all year. But yeah, it's getting. I don't know if Tech is still reading it or where he's at, but he's definitely overpowered like always. But it is drawn perfectly. If I could steal somebody's talent right now, it would be the person drawing that specifically. I only have one shot there. I'm taking their talent to draw because it's that good. And then I played some Rayman, which got me in a nostalgic mood to like try to find some emulators and play like a couple of those.
Which Rayman did you play?
Rayman Legends.
Oh, so the newer joint.
Right, it was the only one on the Switch. I was laying in the bed.
That's a good one. And it has co-op too. It's really
it
good.
does? Yeah, I just beat the first level and I was like, okay, I'll play some more of this later on. And it'll probably be my new meeting game, like when you're like you in your little teams meeting. You get a little. Hey, look, I can hear my name. If they call my name, I'm mute. But until then, I'm playing Rayman. And I just like Rayman as a character. I like the wind up punch, like the fact he winds up and throws his fist.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah, it is. Right. It's absolutely. Only thing I hate about it is that little. You got the extra little character that like floats around and like cuts things.
Wisp or whatever.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a necessary element of the game that I wish I didn't have to like be aware of. But yeah, that's it for me. Just little Rayman during the meetings. Yeah, good stuff.
Nice.
I could go real quick. I didn't watch anything this week. Except some random ass Jailbirds on Netflix, New Orleans edition. It's basically follow a bunch of folks in jail in New Orleans. Mostly women. They do have some men on there, but it's mostly they follow the women because they think that's where they find most of the the content, I guess. Um, so I've been watching that just out of like, yeah, let's watch something for dinner so we don't have to, pay too much attention to. Um Also been like kind of watching, I forget the name of it. Some show that my fiance is watching. I'll remember the name of it in a little bit, but that one of the games that I've been looking forward to pretty much all year is this little small indie game called Steel Assault. That came out I think on Tuesday. I've been playing a little bit of that. Really gonna dive into it this weekend. So happy about that. Played just maybe about a couple hours of it so far. So yeah. Guilty Gear, of course. Um, yeah, I just haven't really played that. I haven't really done anything this week. It's been a busy week. But I think we're gonna go see Shang-Chi tomorrow. I'm actually excited about that. So yeah, that's low key.
Okay, nice. JK, Carl, what's good with y'all this week?
Let's see. I watched Squid Game. Binged that in 2 days. Great show. Great show. Um, first episode reeled me in. Second episode, I was like, why would you do this? And then third episode, I was like, why? Like first episode, it just got me. I was like, you know what? This makes sense. And yeah, as Maurice was saying, great show. One thing I probably agree with him on out of many things. Let's see what's I'm watching. Finally finished Bring It On Ghosts on Netflix. I've been watching Q Force.
I need to finish
which
that.
is I got to finish that too. It's been hilarious. I watched Doom Patrol today, which got very outrageous. Titans I watched today. I watched the Wonder Years before
Oh,
we did the podcast, started doing the podcast, which is it's
are they on
pretty,
episode 2 right now?
yeah, on episode 2,
All right.
and I like it a lot. It's been a very interesting way to see the dynamic of Wonder Years told by black families or by a black man in Alabama in the 60s. So
They're
that's
trying to
been
set something
interesting.
up. Like you, so it's got to be the South, right? You trying to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's and it's interesting too. Like it's around like the time when Martin Luther King got
Of
assassinated.
course
So
it
like
was.
to see like I know they're acting, but like you can see like still like to act and to act like you're in that time period to witness like that you were a part of this tragedy on not only black community but around the world. You know, it was gut wrenching. You know, it was to watch it a little bit because but yeah, if you don't watch it, I think it's pretty good. It's on Hulu. It's actually really good so far. Been watching American Horror Story, the second. So it's double feature season. So it's 2 features in one. First one was about pretty much vampires. This one's about aliens. And it's been interesting and say the least. Let's see what else I watched. Been watching, CW shows. Stargirl. Only CW shows are on right now. Stargirl and Supergirl. The last What If episode got me hyped. They finally starting to bring it in to what I hope it would be. At least it's one of them joints where I walked around my real life saying shit from that.
Hey.
That's hilarious. Hey, I was thinking about it sometimes. Some anime you walk around and you be like, damn, this shit probably happening right now. I just don't even know it. But what else? Been playing Road Company. Been playing COD a little
You
bit.
still feel the same way? I know last week you was like you say you was slacking a little bit, like you was getting whooped. Is that still the case?
I was getting whooped, but I definitely had an adjustment I needed. It was definitely a different adjustment to it. Kind of like
Absolutely.
with Halo with the guns. You have to readjust. Like I toned down my settings because I felt like my settings were too fast now.
Yeah, I did jump
I
in there
be
briefly. It was weird. It felt way
yeah,
different, and I got crushed this one time. I was
yeah.
like,
I was shooting somebody up close. I was like, damn, I'm not hitting them like I used to.
facts.
Like
And they
the
put me on
boom is a
that
lot
map,
more.
the
Oh
joint
yeah,
with the gaps where you can just fall.
yeah,
I didn't even know. I thought it was a floor right there, nigga. I just walked
yeah.
right off. I
Yep.
was like, oh my god, why would y'all even do this?
Nobody
Sometimes I say
designs buildings like that in
Wakata
real
instead
life.
of okay.
Yeah, no. Like, why would you
That's
include that?
hilarious. That's hilarious. What else I've been playing? Start playing Kenna the Bridge of Spirits. It's been pretty good so far. It's actually a very amazing looking game, especially on PS5. It's been fun so far. So I'm gonna take my time with that. Of course, Halo Infinite. Play last flight. That was fun. Can't wait. I'll be ready to play tomorrow since I am off. You know,
I mean, Carl, you can call in sick, bro.
I would
see,
never
contemplate.
do that.
Oh, I got you. I understand completely.
That's hilarious. What else? There's some movies well, I'm gonna watch Venom tomorrow. There's a recent movie I watched. Can't remember what it was called though. It was on Netflix or it was on HBO Max. Either way. I'm definitely gonna pick up this game called Hired Gun.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
It's
order
in the
that shit right
Warhammer
now.
universe. And it looked amazing. I heard and yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, just said she can't wait to watch Venom. Y'all
Oh yeah.
are y'all excited for that? I haven't seen the first one even.
I am. I want to see
Yeah.
Carnage. I
Right.
want to see how well
Me neither.
they did with Carnage.
Mm.
And oh, I haven't talked about anime I watched. I've been watching I watched Scissor 7. It's on Netflix.
What the fuck is that?
It's about a kid who has basically the ability to like use scissors, like to manipulate scissors, and he wants to become like the best killer in the world. It's pretty hilarious. It's out of control sometimes, but it's hilarious. It's a Chinese like anime, so it's pretty funny. Eden Zero I also been watching too. Got to finish that up. One Piece, My Hero has been interesting to say the least. Hopefully it gets better in the next couple episodes, but the storyline is getting interesting as far as that. And yeah, I think that is it.
True.
Yeah.
All right, Carl. So what's good with you this week?
Not a whole lot. So I've been continue watching the Shaman King one, and
Sir.
that's pretty much it. Like I was like, yeah, I'll watch a movie, and then I waited too late because then I'd probably fall asleep on it. So yeah, pretty much nothing else. It's just been a few episodes of that, and I'm enjoying that somewhat. I guess when I'm done with that, I'll try Eden Zero again, but yeah, that's it.
Hey.
Oh, that's the movie I was gonna watch. Kate on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
I
actually
did watch
it's
that.
pretty interesting. It's pretty it's better than I thought it was gonna be. Put it like
Agreed.
that.
yeah, I'm gonna
It was
watch
actually
that.
a decent. It was a really good action movie.
It looked pretty good. And I also watched Night Books. It's on Netflix as well.
What
It's
is
basically
Night
like
Books?
it's almost like it's like almost like a Hansel and Gretel type story type movie.
Mm-hmm.
So basically about this kid who loves horror, loves scary movies, writes scary stories, ends up getting abducted by this witch and is stuck in this house and has to read her scary stories and in order to live, basically.
The
And
read him, and does he have to like live through him or something?
no, he has to read them
You have to
from
make them up.
he has to so he
Oh.
has like these books that he writes his stories. He has to read them to her,
Oh,
and they
okay.
have to be good or she'll kill him.
Damn. So it's like
Are you afraid of the
like
dark, but with the twist?
Yeah, it's kind of like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
oh, I was
Sort
gonna
of.
say Misery. That's what it sounds
Misery.
like.
What's that
That
about?
Stephen King
That's
joint.
the Stephen King joint where this this avid fan like kidnaps
Kidnap
this
the
author and
writer.
like makes him like write the next book in the like he had ended the series. She was like, "Nah, fuck that. You need to fix this shit."
Oh,
Broke
okay,
his
okay.
like make
That has
him
a
made him
terrible ending.
disabled.
That has
Yeah,
a
Mm.
she like
terrible
broke his
ending.
knees or some shit. It was
Is that like
hey,
Kathy Bates?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I only know about that book because I read a book Stephen King wrote about writing. I would never read a single book he wrote. And I just happened to get the clip notes on that book and I was like, this is why I don't read your stuff. He's
Yeah.
really good at writing.
I used to read a ton of Stephen King, and I
Oh
saw
my
the movie.
Yeah.
God.
The most mean scene is when she breaks the author's knees or legs or feet. And I'm like,
That's so
God damn.
crazy.
Didn't she kill
Yeah.
like the male dude or something? Like there was like somebody who was
She
like
killed
delivering
somebody.
something. She killed.
Yeah.
Didn't in the book, didn't she turn him into like didn't she use his skin to like make the final page, like the cover of the book at the end?
I don't remember that. I mean, it
That
could
Evil
be.
Dead?
She
In
was
the book,
crazy
I
enough
said
to
in
do
the
it.
I said in the
Yeah,
book.
no,
I
Oh, in
don't
the
know.
book. In the book. I don't remember. It's been longer since I read the book than it was since I seen the
Well,
movie.
When
so
I
I'm not
when
reading
I
it.
read when he told me or when I read what he
Right.
said about his book, I was like, "Don't do this to me. I just want to know how to write, man. Don't tell me."
Yeah.
I'm
Well, that's the
here.
wrong book to read.
No, it's his book about writing, but it's not his book about his books. He just obviously has to talk about what he knows, which is creepy crap.
Well, that's one thing you probably
Yeah.
run into. You probably have them scary fans who wants to like what's the name? J.R. Martin or
Does
Oh,
or
George
George R.
Martin.
Martin. I say
Yeah.
J.R. Martin. I'm getting I'm thinking of J.R.
J.R.R.
Tolkien
J.R.
and George
Tolkien,
R.
yeah.
Martin.
Thinking of J.R. Smith.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good movie. It's kiddish, but it's like a R.L. Stein like Goosebumps S type movie.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
right.
doesn't Stephen King like don't believe in using adverbs?
He
Like
doesn't.
adjectives only.
Yes, he doesn't like adverbs. Well, it's not adverbs. It's adverbs. He doesn't like. He doesn't. He. That's a common practice in writing though. In like creative writing, they don't want you to use stuff like dangerously. Like there's a better way to say it than to add an ly to it. So
Interesting.
they only say it because people it's an easy way out. And a lot of people use that easy way out, and so then their writing becomes bland. But you couldn't possibly follow that rule and write 100,000 words. Eventually, you're going to use an adverb.
Yeah.
The editor comes in.
Yeah, adds an adverb after you've taken it out.
There's also so I know they made a Chucky video, or not video but series on Sci-Fi.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and it looked quote unquote interesting.
Mm.
There's another movie I watched or a show I watched, but yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, that's the one I remembered watching was that one to watch was Kate.
Mm.
But no holidays around the corner, so some interesting
It's not a real holiday.
Horror movies.
horror movies.
It's not a.
I'm
And
probably gonna
horror
watch Snake
games.
Eyes.
Evil Within 2. I'm
tomorrow,
gonna start that
Sunday,
on
Saturday.
probably Sunday.
Yeah, y'all bugging. And just watch Kate, and apparently didn't expect the ending. I may never know what it is. So
What for
the
Kate?
ending to Kate? Yeah.
Why is that? You
Nah.
don't want to see it?
Why would I want to see it?
It's not a horror movie.
The action movie.
It's an action movie. It's not like it's.
Hey, look up the synopsis yourself, Swab.
Yeah.
Look up the synopsis yourself.
Nah,
man.
it's-
I believe y'all niggas.
Facts.
It's
I'm
an
like, I'm
action
waiting for
movie.
somebody else to weigh in because I'm like, you and you, nigga, I can't trust.
It's about an assassin who gets poisoned on her last job, and then she's trying to figure out who poisoned her and exact revenge.
Like
It means she's
That's it.
possessed by a demon.
This is why. This is why
And her
you
head
the last.
spins around
This
real
is why
fast.
you were the last one to get into the fight.
Oh my god.
Damn. He giveth and taketh away.
Ice cold.
Yo, that was uncalled for. You didn't have like he just got back on
Uncalled
cam. You
for.
gonna slaughter this man live on?
It may be uncalled for, but it's a perfect way to end the episode. So go ahead, close us out.
Wow. Thank y'all again for joining us on the podcast. Definitely let us know what you think about the discussions today. Or if there's something you haven't seen us talk about that you want our perspective on. Follow us at Blurred Dimension everywhere if you haven't already, namely here on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Instagram. If you got Amazon Prime, go ahead and hit that sub real quick. It's free for you. Helps us out with the algorithm. We stream the podcast live here on Twitch Thursday nights, so make sure you come through next week. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned for after podcast gaming. We're about to get into some Halo.